golly geez, he's rucking without shoes on. Ah!
Wipes entire squad. Now, she.
To the surprise of absolutely no one, Huck is rocking Ranger panties because, of course he is.
An absolute mad lad. Absolute mad lad. That B81 though.
No feedback of myself. Oh, there we are. Okay, we're in. I guess there's a lag. Welcome all followers, viewers, friends, family, tribe, etc., etc. So we're trying out a little bit of a new studio. We're sort of kind of getting with the program here. It's taken some time. It's been a struggle, but here we are. And I don't know where my comments are going to be popping up so I can actually engage with the chat. As you guys might know, I'm a little bit smaller of a channel, so I can actually engage with my chat, which is pretty cool. And like I've been saying and like I've been talking about, as the mic is quiet, homie, you're quiet. Your mom's quiet. What the hell is going on in here? That is a very good question. Very good question. What is going on in here? Okay, there we go. There, now we got comments up. All right, welcome to the stream. Welcome to my live. So we're trying out a new time slot of doing 4 to 7. So you guys are going to be hearing a lot of rambling. You guys are going to be hearing a lot more rants, and you guys are going to be, coming along with me on the journey as we get, better or worse, or we try more and more of streaming, and this is going to be a new adventure for us all to go on. So. I don't know. Should we get right into my talking points, or should we just ramble for a little bit longer? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what the vibe is. All right. So I guess off the rip, let's talk about the weekend. And if you guys, Skyrim is for the Nords based. If you guys somehow missed out, if you weren't tracking, I just got back from Idaho. And I'll go over a little bit of the Backlash podcast, my experience with the Backlash podcast, and David Riley, and I might even be saying his name wrong. I'm not sure. Based Nord, but yeah, let's. I'm gonna go into a little bit on that, and yeah, go to a little bit of like Idaho versus Washington. There's a lot of feedback that I have. I was thinking about maybe making like a full YouTube video on my experience in Idaho over the weekend, and what I saw, how it was, etc. But I don't know if it's worthy of an entire YouTube video. I don't know if it's like if there was enough content for. Maybe I can make a rant video about it, but I don't know if it's like worthy of dedicating that much time. But yeah, Idaho versus Washington. it's fascinating how it's like, 6-hour drive between where I live and crossing the border of Idaho. And as soon as I cross the border, gas prices go down an entire dollar. An entire dollar. As soon as you cross that imaginary border, gas prices immediately go down, and I just feel like I have freedom again. It's like it's almost like going into another country. And I was watching a YouTube video about this recently of discussing how the like all the states in America feel like different countries. And it was actually from a European man that was talking about like, people freaking out and people saying that Americans, they need to adopt more European standards, and Americans don't understand, European standards, and that what Europeans don't understand is how big America really fucking is. And like going from just Western Washington State to Eastern Washington State, it feels like two completely different countries. It is two, like, you have entered into a new biome. Going from Western Washington to Eastern Washington just feels completely different. It's like we are separated by a mountain range. Eastern Washington and Western Washington is separated by a mountain range, if you guys weren't aware of that. But separating those two, it just feels, yeah, the I-5 corridor is pretty gay. Unfortunately, though, once you go like an hour to 2 hours outside of the I-5 corridor, it is incredible how beautiful it is. It is incredible how fast you can find yourself around absolutely no one. Like, as soon as you get off the I-5 corridor just a little bit, it's incredible how different it is. And like, everyone thinks of like Seattle and Olympia and Tacoma and Portland, and like they think of the I-5 corridor, they think of Western Washington, and they think of those few metropolitan areas. And when I think of Western Washington, I think of being out in the mountains overlooking Mount Rainier on one of the various hilltops, and there's no one near me for miles. No one, if I were to break my leg and I didn't have cell phone service, no one is going to find me. So like Western Washington for me is vastly different than what a lot of people view. But nonetheless, good little rant, good ramble. But going into Idaho was absolutely fascinating. Going into Idaho was incredible. It really was. And it's one of those things that, visiting Idaho and seeing how, I guess, free Idaho is versus Western Washington, or just Washington in general, it was incredible. It really was. And the Black Sheep Mall, I believe I'm saying that right. Black Sheep was like logoed everywhere while I was there, and it was a gun shop that got so popular that they were able to buy out an entire mall, and experiencing that was, man, that was something else. And the fact that they had no ammunition limits, and you could just buy as much ammo as you fucking wanted. The fact that the mall, like, so once, like, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, this gun shop, or this outdoor store / gun shop got so popular, it had so much money that they were able to buy an entire mall in Idaho. So it was between Coeur d'Alene and Post Falls. I don't know exactly where the zip code lies. I'm sorry, I'm not up to snuff with that. I just visited for the first time. Experiencing that was absolutely fascinating, though. It was incredible, and it was fascinating of being able to go into a gun shop that was now an entire mall, and every single store inside of this mall was a different department of this outdoor store, and it was just beautiful. It was beautiful, like seeing and feeling like you're in a super majority of your own people. It was like I felt safe. And now I will say, though, I do think that it's something that David and I were talking about, and we talked about it before the podcast, we talked about it on the podcast, and we even talked about it after the podcast, is that being in a place like that, being in Idaho, being in red states or red territory, it does allow you to get soft. It really, really allows you to get soft. And he said that on the Backlash podcast of, comparing
red, and I say red, I mean more like, gun enthusiast, masculine men, men that, aren't down the alphabet, pipeline. It's this interesting divide, but nonetheless, men in red states versus men in blue states. And, it's this meme, and I've seen plenty of memes on that, but it's fascinating how different we are. And he was talking about how, men that are in blue states and like, me and all the guys that I train with, that were like behind enemy lines, and that, we show up with, with our backpacks and with our rifles, and we both have night vision on us, and we have suppressors, and we're all just ready to rock and roll. And we always keep rifles in our trunks, and we're always EDCing handguns. And it's like, yeah, I'm behind enemy lines, and I'm prepared to have to get home, and I'm prepared to have to, if a riot does break out, if shit hits the fan, if things go crazy and I need to get home. And it's like, because that has happened in Seattle before, and I was working security in like the height of the COVID riots and even in the end of the COVID riots, and it changes your frame of mind, it changes your perspective significantly, feeling like you are behind enemy lines and there's people around you that hate you. And, being a white man surrounded by people that it feels like they hate you. Being a masculine white man, feeling like you're constantly around people that hate you, and you have to train harder. You have to work out harder. You have to be more prepared if you want to protect yourself, protect your family, protect your loved ones, protect your community. So you push yourself harder because you feel like everything's ramped up more. You feel like you are behind enemy lines. And then you have guys in, red states like Texas and like Idaho, and dudes wind up getting really soft. And that was something that David was saying about himself, that he's like, wow, shit, being around these guys from Washington that, take this so seriously, it was an eye opener to him that, he was saying he's like, some days I don't even carry a handgun. He's like, I don't go to the gym that often. I don't, and he has made a lot of like fitness progress, and I absolutely give him props for that, and I think it's incredible. But it was an interesting change of perspective for me, especially with how I post on Twitter and a lot of the content that I make, because I feel like I'm, behind enemy lines, because I feel like I am surrounded by people that want me dead constantly. It has changed my perspective on life. And so, maybe I'm a little bit more, agile. Maybe I'm a little bit more, on edge constantly. I'm always looking over my back when, even when I'm with the wife, and, we're getting out of the vehicle, like I'm constantly scanning. I'm looking around everywhere. I'm, waiting for, like I'm at an ATM and I'm looking over my shoulder, and I'm always scanning everywhere. And, maybe that's because I was in the military. Maybe it's because I've worked armed security, that, I've had that training. I'm always on edge that somebody's going to try to mug me, or somebody's going to try to walk up and like start some shit. Somebody's, wants to find an easy target. And in red states, they don't have to worry about that as much, or maybe they don't think that they have to worry about that as much. But it's an interesting change of perspective going to Idaho, and I was in Montana like last year, and it feels so peaceful. It feels like you don't have to worry about inner city youths, and it's so, I don't know, it's absolutely a completely different change in perspective. And so I understand a little bit more now why so many people view me as like, just like this overboard radical, and that I'm too on edge, and that I'm too, like, I don't know what the exact phrasing for it would be, but it's interesting, and I understand it. Ian, that's giving me feedback. It's yeah, no, going into a red state with a super majority of white people, it's fascinating how, and I wouldn't say that everyone there is soft, and that's not exactly what I'm trying to get at, that like everyone is, but you have the availability to be more soft. You have the availability to be more relaxed. And in Washington, especially being, within an hour of Tacoma, being within an hour of Seattle. Well, I'm a couple hours from Seattle, but still, being within an hour of Tacoma, the only way that you can really not be training and not being working out and not carrying every single day is if you're absolutely delusional. You know, I mean, even the leftists out here, even the people that you would claim to be anti-gun or you would think would be anti-gun, even they're carrying. You know, mothers are carrying. Your grandma who looks absolutely just, you know, loving and peaceful and she would never hurt a fly, she is carrying. Because we are not somewhere where it's, you know, like peaceful and we have a super majority of white people anymore. So it's fascinating and it's interesting going somewhere where you feel like you're just at peace and you don't have to be on edge. Ian, you're still giving me feedback. You suck. Drink water.
I don't know how to turn chat on for Twitch. Twitter.
For the chat for Twitter?
Yeah, it's off.
Are people complaining about it?
Well, no, because they can't.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. We're trying out streaming on X or Twitter. I like saying twatter because then no one really gets mad when you say twatter. But we're trying out streaming, you know, multi-platform, and we're trying to diversify, for lack of a better phrasing, of where we're streaming. Also, I might drop the waffle top here soon. Oh, speaking of, we do sell waffle tops, and they are back in stock. If you guys were not tracking, you should actually be buying a size down. Because these do run massive. The smalls will actually fit guys that are normally, you know, running a large size. So like Beaver is running a small waffle top. So these are back in stock if you guys want them. Highly recommend, especially going into the winter months. Not only that, but as I said on X, and I said this on Telegram, that for this stream and this stream only, we do have shovels on sale right now. Ian, what's the shovel discount? No, what's the percent? 20% off shovels. Do we have that shovels and sandbags or just shovels?
Shovel, sandbags, shovel carriers.
Shovels, sandbags, and shovel carries. Use the code DIGGINGHOLE for 20% off shovels. Yeah, capital D, capital H for your discount if you guys are trying to get shovels, carriers, and sandbags. If you guys were not tracking, November 1st and 2nd, I'm doing a open hole dig. Anyone that wants to come out and dig a hobbit hole with me, by all means, hit me up on Telegram, hit me up on Twitter. You guys can come out and dig a hole with me. That's crazy. I needed a shovel. Well, my guy, I just so happened to shovel shovels. Yeah, words are hard. Yes, come out and, capital D, capital H for digging hole. Go in there and get you guys some shovels and sandbags. All right, back to my rant. Yeah, no, it's fast. Like being in Idaho was, it was beautiful. It was gorgeous, absolutely lovely area. And I felt at peace. And that was really nice. But I do understand so much how that can make you soft, how it can make you weak, and how you can get comfortable and then not think that you need to be prepared for harder times to come, not think that you need to be prepared on the day-to-day, and don't get caught lacking. You know, getting caught lacking is how you get got, how you get killed in the streets. What was that again? Complacency. You know, you can't be getting complacent. That's once again how you get got. I almost feel like John Halo needs to scoot just a little. Okay, there we go. I wish this lava lamp was going a little bit harder. It's kind of being lazy, being lackadaisical. Much like you, they're going to be lackadaisical if you're in a red state and you get caught lacking, you stop training. But anyway, back to it. So the Backlash podcast was a really good time. They actually allowed me to stay at their house for 2 nights. And it was a really good time. And you know what? I've seen so much hate now for the Backlash podcast and everyone that's on it, and how they're just these evil, disgusting, awful Nazis, and they're just heckin' racists, and oh man, screw those people, they're awful people. And you know what? Seeing them behind the scenes, and I haven't been following them for too long, so maybe there's lore that I'm missing out on. And that's very possible, but even with that, seeing them behind the scenes was unbelievably wholesome. Fuck, dude, that was so wholesome, being able to see that family behind the scenes and the inner workings. And I went to church with them, and there was a book club, or not book club, but there was a book sale afterwards, and we went downstairs under the church, and I even bought 4 books, and they had one book for free. And they had books in this church that was from the 1800s. There was like early and mid 1900s books, and there was late 1800s books in this church. And it was a Catholic service, and it was a mix between a Latin mass and English, and it was just beautiful. And yeah, no, being able to see a family like behind the scenes, and seeing how they operate at home, and seeing how they interact with children. And that's another thing that if you guys have like never seen a man and how he treats his children, and seeing a man and how he treats children in general, it's very similar how a man is going to treat children as how a man treats animals, like dogs and cats, pets in general, but how a man treats, animals, how a man treats children, how a man treats women. That tells you so much about a man. That tells you so much about a person, and you can read so much. And a lot of people, in the modern space have lost the ability of, like social interaction, how to read other people, how to get a feel for them, how to get a vibe for them. A lot of people are like really socially inept in the modern day and age, the modern space, whatever you would have it. I mean, especially after, the COVID-19 lockdowns, and how many people have just, I don't know, lost the ability to be a person, lost social connection. But watching other people interact with their own families, and watching the Nerf gun fights, and watching, a man play with his kids on a skateboard, and chasing your kids around, and making food for them, and having to deal with, like potty training and poopy diapers, and how they interact with that. And, and your children being little shits, of which children are going to be little shits. That's just a thing with kids, man. Kids sometimes are just pains in the ass, and that's just a thing that kids do. And watching other men and how they interact with children, and being able to walk away from that, and seeing wholesome interactions, and seeing so much positivity. And it's fascinating and I've seen quite a few men in the gun space, and I'm not gonna talk shit on anyone specifically, but I've seen quite a few men in the gun space, and how they talk to their kids, how they treat their kids, how they interact with women, especially their significant others, and how they treat their significant others. And it's incredible how much that like some people, put on a face and put on a facade. And it was kind of fascinating because, with David, and because there's so much hate about him on social media, and we didn't even like super plan that I was going to be like staying with them necessarily with the Backlash podcast, and that's just kind of like how it shook out. And I was just like, because they'd invited me to come to their house to do the podcast, and so I got his address, and I actually assumed that I was staying there. So I was en route, and I was just like, hey, just to confirm, we are sleeping there, right? And he was like, oh, no, that wasn't the plan, but that's not a problem. Absolutely, we'll make space for you, would love to have you, no big deal. And I was like, oh shit, my bad, but awesome. And his wife cooked every meal for us, and was just over the moon, like loving and caring. And it was just, do you need water? Do you need coffee? Do you need tea? Can I get you anything? And yeah, man, watching other people behind the scenes, and watching a wholesome family behind the scenes, is it's a huge white pill for me, you know. And you walk away from it, and you're just like, fuck, man, that was cool. That was cool, and it was something that I was happy to see and appreciative to see, especially with somebody that, you know, has so much hate behind the scenes, or not behind the scenes, in the public limelight. Somebody that has so much hate for them and so much, you know, it's, oh, they're an awful, evil person. And mind you, you know, this was a couple of days, and, you know, you can't say that you know somebody from a couple of days. But no, it was really cool seeing behind the scenes. It was cool going to the range with him. It was really cool going out to dinner. We went to this like it was like this underground speakeasy that me, him, and my best friend we drove out, and we got to go to this little speakeasy, and we had cigars. And then we went to this, like, you know, fancy like dinner where there was valet parking, and there was me, David, my best friend, and Rebecca, and we all went out and got this like really nice dinner, and it was just, man, it was just a good time. It was a wholesome good time, and I don't know, I've had some awkward interactions dealing with other people on social media. I've had bad interactions dealing with other people on social media, you know, and seeing how people treat each other and seeing how people treat you, and watching, like, there's some people that are just fucking fake, man. Oh man, there are some people on, and once again, I'm not trying to call out absolutely anyone here. And there's some people that, you know, that I personally watched not be able to handle their alcohol and get kicked out of bars and be blacklisted from other YouTubers. And, you know, it's, and not be able to be back, and not wanting to be around, or not being able to be around other YouTubers and other content creators. And it's fascinating how some people put on a show and put on like this facade in front of YouTube, in front of like millions of fucking people, and how some people behind the scenes are just fucking awful, man. It's incredible. So being able to you know, stay over for a weekend with somebody that has like so much hate about them on social media, and finding out that they're actually this like super wholesome family, man, it's like cool. You know, and I walked away from that just, well, I say walk away, you know, I was fucking 6+ hour car ride, and me and my best friend took turns driving back, but it was a really good time, and I'm really appreciative for it. And I definitely hope that we'll have the availability to, you know, do more interactions and more collaborations in the future. It was awesome. And then not only that, I was able to see, you know, like the behind the scenes of the Backlash sponsor, or one of the sponsors for the Backlash podcast, North Idaho Tallow. And I was able to see like the behind the scenes while I was in Idaho. I was also able to see that, and like the behind the scenes of like what goes into making soap. And like there's so much that I had no idea of, like, and, you know, maybe you can call me ignorant, you know, like the only thing I've known about soap and how to make soap is from fucking Fight Club, because it's like, why would I know how to make soap? You know, like, why would I know anything about like going into making soap? What's the fucking discount code? The discount code is Digging Hole, with a capital D and a capital H. Digging Hole will get you 20% off all of the shovels, shovel carriers, and sandbags that we have on the website. And hopefully we can get our manufacturing going up in moving before Christmas, because I have more shovel things that I would like to start making. But I'm not going to give you guys too much to know about that. But we do have some fun things in the work when it comes to shovels and whatnot. But anyway, Idaho was it was a fun trip. It was a good time. Going to the range was also a fun time, and then going to that mall was a really fun time. And I found out that Winchester makes suppressor ammo that is 45 grain suppressor ammo, and it runs through my 1022 suppressed like a fucking dream. That runs through my 1022 suppressed better than any other ammunition that I've ever run. And I'm like, you know, usually like Winchester ammo is kind of like the bottom of the bucket kind of ammo, right? Like Normally, like Winchester is like the, it's cheap, it works. Now that's not to be said the same with like old Winchester guns, but it was incredible being able to use that Winchester ammo and then comparing it to my CCI suppressor ammo. And there's also, because there's the CCI suppressor ammo, there's the CCI clean suppressor ammo, there's the CCI quiet, and then there's the CCI like, it's like supersonic, but it's underpowered, which is, I think it's more for bolt guns, if anything, because it really didn't run very well in my Ruger 1022, but it runs fine in my Ruger Mark IV. But, that's comparing a rifle to a handgun, so, things are going to run different. But 22 is a fascinating caliber. While we're speaking out about guns, let's get into a little bit with Glock's decision. And oh boy, howdy, was that a decision. Now, if you guys don't know, if you guys haven't followed my channel very much, I am a Glock fanboy. I've been carrying Glock since 2010 or so, 2011, something like that. My first handgun was a SIG P226. Absolutely hated the P226. Now, I had a P226 in 40, so, that's like off, like, of course, a 40 caliber is going to be terrible, but like it put a horrible taste in my mouth when it came to Sig Sauer. And after that, I went to, oh man, what was I carrying? So I bought another 40 because I bought into the FUD lore when I first got a handgun. I bought into the FUD lore of like, 9mm is a sissy caliber, and that doesn't give enough stopping power, and it doesn't have enough kick into it, sonny. And 45, well, that's too much. You don't get enough rounds in your clip, and you need to get you a 40. 40 is that nice sweet spot. So I bought two 40s, and I absolutely hate 40 so much. It is an awful caliber. It's just terrible. It's snappy. I've found over the years, going to the range, all the training that I do, that 9mm is just that sweet spot. 9mm is just perfect, especially when you start running plus Ps, especially if you're running, like good ammunition. I run Hornady of like pretty much all of my ammo for carrying. And then Phoenix ammunition is my training ammo. I'm not sponsored by Hornady or Phoenix. I'd love to be. Phoenix, sponsor me. I already tried to get a sponsorship through Hornady, and they took one look at my Twitter and they're like, no. Which, to be fair, I was like, yeah, okay, no, I'm not upset by that. It's just like that makes sense. That absolutely makes sense. I probably wouldn't, if you're if you're on Hornady's level, I probably wouldn't be sponsoring me either. So I was like, no, I get it. That's fair. But yeah, so Glock's decision to cease all firearm production of all of their, handguns, like their traditional handguns. They're just going to cease all production of the Glock 19s, the 75, or the 17, the 45s, the 19X, all that. Glock is just shutting down production for all of those. Like, that's going to fucking matter. That's so comical to me. And I realize that they're, it's government pressure. And I understand that, like Glock, they have so much of their they have their reputation to think, this isn't dealing with horse semen, guys. They have their reputation to worry about. If you guys didn't know, one of like Glock's, like one half of Glock is actually selling horse semen. If you guys didn't, look it up. If you guys didn't know this, Glock also sells horse cum. I'm not kidding. I wish I was kidding, but Glock sells horse cum, and that is still one of the funniest fucking things to me ever, because I thought that was a troll. I did not. I was like, there's no way Glock sells horse cum. There's no way that Glock sells horse cum. And yes, they do. Glock, in fact, now it's like part of Glock. It's not actually like technically, like it's not like, you go pick up your first Glock and you get your Glock 19 with like a side of horse cum. Like, now that would be fucking hilarious. I don't know what you would do with the horse cum. But yeah, no, there's that's a thing. They sell horse cum for like racing horses, and like prize stallions. Apparently there's a lot of money to be made in that. I don't know. But I think it's hilarious that that Glock is now getting away from horse cum perfection. Yeah. Also, if you go onto like any of Glock's social media and you like reference horse cum, they will mute you, they will block you, they will delete the comments. They don't think it's funny. They don't think it's funny at all. I think it's hilarious. I'm like, how could you not think that's hilarious? Now, okay, into the reason that Glock is now ceasing all production of their current firearms and going to the V variant. Why they chose V is beyond me. I think it's just because Glock, you know, God forbid they ever make a number or a letter that makes sense. They just have to like make up random shit and just roll with it. Kind of like, you know, like the Glock 22. You would think the Glock 22 was the one that shoots 22 LR, and it's fucking not, because, you know, why would it be? Right? Like, and you'd think that like the Glock 17, you know, is something like they just make up random numbers. But anyway, due to intercity youths, due to future scholars, due to the future engineers and psychologists and the best of the best, the brightest of the, like our future of the smartest people in this country have started manufacturing and somehow just getting so many of these switches, and they are adding them to them Glock 9s. You know they got that thing on them. And because Glock switches have become so popular, they have become so unbelievably common in inner cities with inner city shootings, Glock, from enough government pressure, they have decided to cease all production of their current Glock models because they accept these switches. Now, what's hilarious is the amount of millions of fucking Glocks that are on the market. How many Glocks and then like Glock clones are now on the market and in circulation and aren't going anywhere? They're going absolutely nowhere. And somehow, and like I get it. I get it. You know, they're trying to save face. They're trying to keep those government contracts. They're trying to keep those police contracts. So they're going to get away from the Glocks, and they're going to now have this Glock variant, which hilarious that they're now calling it the Glock Vs and the Glock 19V and the Glock 17V. And I saw some people are like, yeah, no, the V stands for vagina, which, you know, that about makes sense. But it's my question is, you know, like, what are they going to do? What is this going to, like, there's so many Glocks that are on the market. There's so many Glocks that are in circulation. What the fuck is that going to do? And it's so easy to make switches. Now, this isn't like legal advice. I'm not going to teach you guys how. I'm not going to tell you how, but like, you know, like switches are so easy to get. They're so easy to find. They're so easy to source. I mean, for a while, you go on fucking Etsy and you could get, you know, the Glock switch. Also, drink water. Did you guys know that I sell these? Because I do. I sell this. It's a thing that I sell. You should go buy one. Unironically, though, like the stainless steel canteen cups are great. And somebody actually was asking me this morning why I choose a canteen cup over a Nalgene, or a canteen over a Nalgene. And I was like, well, you know, for one reason, I keep a canteen on my waist belt of my ruck, and the Nalgene is a lot wider on the waist belt of your ruck, and it sticks out a little bit more. And I really like that I can put a canteen, and it's sort of like form-fitted to the body, right? Like, so this side is going to sit on my belt, and it just kind of, like, it fits a little bit better. It's a little bit more comfortable, and the canteen fits in there so perfectly. I already sell canteen cups. I sell canteens. I sell the carrier, and it just makes sense. It just makes sense. And once again, the Nalgene, you know, there's nothing wrong with it, but I would say that the canteens arguably are more durable. They're more like heavily tested. They've been through like war, like literal war. Like canteens have been used for so long, and they just work and they keep working. Now, the guy that was saying this to me was like, oh, are you going to choose a canteen or are you going to choose an Nalgene? I'm like, well, actually, I use both. So, I keep my canteen cup and my canteen right here, and I keep one canteen on me. And then I actually keep 2 Nalgenes with me as well. I'll keep one Nalgene that is full and that is connected to a hose system. So instead of having a Camelback, I have a hose that goes into my Nalgene, and then that's connected right here on my backpack. And then I keep another Nalgene that has the Life Straw filter in it, and I keep that empty. So because I honestly, like, being in Washington State, there's enough water like everywhere that I don't need to keep that much water on me. Having 2 quarts of water it's more than enough, really, and I can find water as I go. I mean, it's probably like while I'm moving from point A to point B, it's probably gonna start fucking raining anyway, so I'll figure it out. I like Canics over Glocks. No, I've seen some decent Canic setups. Honestly, I've seen some really good Canic setups, and I've seen some really good M&P setups. So they're both good, but for me, my entire team runs Glocks. All the guys that I train with, we all run Glocks. We have parts commonality. We have magazine commonality. We're all training with with about the same gun. And if need be, we could hop on each other's handguns really easily, and we know how to use it. We know exactly how it works. We know what is where. Commonality when you're working with a team, in my opinion, is very important. But yeah, no. Honestly, at the end of the day, I would say that if you guys are training with a team, if you guys do have friends that you're training with, if you have a group, figure out a handgun that everyone likes, that works for everybody. Find a handgun, and pick that as your standard. And now everyone is running that one gun, and try to get as common across the board, common, placement. If someone's left-handed, tell them to fucking stop and fix that shit. And, now you're right-handed. I'm kidding, but kind of not. God, that's really gotta suck being like left-handed, like what a disability to have. And like the fact that like, when you were a child, you didn't have a proper father figure, just, smack you side the head and like, knock that shit off and, fix it, be right-handed. I'm a lefty. It sucks. Yeah, man. God, being left-handed. I mean, that's like, what an awful disability to have. That's gotta be so annoying. Like, because now you got to buy, like, left-handed stuff, and now you're like, when I want a left-handed gun, I want a left-handed AR, but I want left-handed this, and I want left-handed that, and now you have to spend more money. Like, man, that's got to be just awful disability. Yeah, no, I see you flipping me off. I still say it's a disability, though. It's an awful disability to have. I'm sorry. It's got to be terrible. Oh, by the way, I finished my AR build and got it tested at the range this weekend. Had a blast, and thanks for the CMMG conversion kit suggestion. That was fun, too. No, seriously, if you guys are trying to train for cheap, if you guys are trying to get more and more into training with your AR and getting the manipulations of reloading, getting into your gun, getting shots on target, and, working with your AR, I got significantly more AR like comfortability, AR familiarity, AR training with a 22 conversion kit than I did in the Army. Now, I know that a lot of people don't want to hear that, and a lot of people might even argue of like, oh, well, you don't have combat experience. You're absolutely right. And I'm not talking about combat experience. I'm not talking about tactics. I'm talking about familiarity with my own gun, familiarity with my rifle, and, working through malfunctions, working through, the gun, just reloading and getting a mag into that gun, punching back out, mag goes empty, getting a new mag. I got significantly more training with a 22 conversion kit than I ever did with anything else. And, the vast majority of my training when I first got out of the Army, I was in college. And, it wasn't very long before that I was literally fucking homeless. and I did not have a whole lot of money for ammunition. I just, 5.56, even though it was cheaper in, let's see, 2017 through 2019, like, even though, yes, it was much cheaper back then, like 5.56 was cheaper, I didn't have the money for it. And I know a lot of you guys out there, you don't have the money to be dumping money into 5.56, and 22 conversion kits are a wonderful placeholder. Now, yes, absolutely, you're not gonna be able to get those far shots. You're not, like, you're not gonna be plinking steel out at 400, 500, 600 meters. But then again, the vast majority of Americans, are you actually shooting that far out? Like, are you really? Because like the majority of the time, like the vast majority of your training with an AR, it should be about 100 meters and in. Now, also that being said, and I don't think enough people are doing it. I don't think enough people say that they train with their AR, right? Like, a lot of people say that they do. Do you actually? Do you really? A lot of people say that they train with their rifle. It's like, do you though? Do you? Or do you go to the bench, like once every couple of years, and you make sure that your zero is good, and you plink a couple of steels, and you pack it back up, and your rifle goes back in your safe, and it doesn't see light again for another year or plus? So, like, what some people constitute as training and what I constitute as training are two completely different things. Like, and if you guys aren't dry firing as well, hell, maybe you don't have the money for even a 22 conversion kit and, a couple boxes of like 500 rounds of 22, which I think is some bullshit, honestly. Like, figure out your finances, start like maybe doing like less Netflix, maybe start, buying less bullshit that you don't need. Spend a little bit of money, like, or set money aside and, buy a 22 conversion kit and buy a couple boxes of the Blazer 22 500 packs from Walmart. That is an amazing place to sit, and it's a great training opportunity. Now, that being said, do not fire like 500 rounds through a 22 conversion kit through your AR-15 without shooting 5.56. You need to be shooting like before you leave, fire like 200 rounds of 22 and then shoot like a mag of 5.56. I would say probably that's about the sweet spot, like 100 to 200 rounds of 22 and then flip over to a mag of 5.56. Now, the 5.56 is going to have a little bit more recoil. It's not going to have as much. Not only that, your weapon manipulations are going to be slightly different with the 22 versus the 5.56 because you do have an internal bolt, and you have the reloads are going to be a little bit different. You're not going to be able to drop the bolt the same way with your bolt release. So there is going to be a little bit of difference with the 22. You're working a lot of familiarity that you cannot do with 5.56, and they're both are interchangeable. And if you guys have used the CMG 22 conversion kit, then you understand what I'm saying and you get what I mean. But yeah, not only that, but you are going to gunk up your gas block if you're using the 22 conversion kit too much. I still have an AR upper that's sitting at my house that the gas block is completely filled because Huck and I did that 5,000 round test of a 22 conversion kit to see if that 22 conversion kit could last for 5,000 rounds, and it did. It worked perfectly fine, but that upper was fucked. Oh man, that upper is still fucked, and it's just been sitting. One of these days, I'm actually going to take it to one of those like sono cleaner, whatever the hell they're called. I forget what they're called. Chat, what's it called? What I forget what exactly it is, but yeah, no, I do need to take that rifle apart and actually fucking clean it one of these days. I'm right-handed and have a fucked up right shoulder. I can't fire a rifle more than 3 rounds before my shoulder yells at me. So you should go to the gym, my guy. That's what you should do. You should ultrasonic cleaner. I think that's what I mean. I think it's ultrasonic cleaner. I think that's what I meant. Thank you, chat. You're amazing. Yeah, I think that I meant ultrasonic cleaners. I could be wrong. Wait, what? Hydrosonic? It's something with the word sonic in it, okay? Sonic is in the word, or in the name. you know, and we're not going to get into that one goober, that Sonichu. Yeah, CMMG is ideal for short range. I could not agree more. But once again, you know, the people that are like complaining about the CMMG conversion kit and like, oh, but I can't go more than 100 meters. Oh, but Mr. Gorilla Man, how am I supposed to shoot more than 100 meters? It's like, do you actually shoot more than 100 meters? Because I bet you don't. Hydrosonic, Megasonic, Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, no, I I fully agree. It's something to do with Sonic. I don't remember exactly what it was, but Sonic is in the name, and that's all that matters. Something Sonic. Something Sonic Ultra Mega Super Hardcore. The most Sonic guy that ever did do the fast thing. Drink water. If you're too broke to get a CMMG conversion kit, then save up your money, you fucking goober. Yeah, no, the Boar Buddy upgrade actually is not bad. I didn't see like that big of a difference with the Boar Buddy. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing to get with the conversion kit, but like I didn't see that big of a difference. You can't fix eye dominance. Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. You can train anything. You can train to be right eye dominant. That's a lie. That's absolutely a lie. You can train it out. I mean, you might be left-handed and you still do things, you know, more left-handed, but you can train to, you know, use your right hand more and be right-handed and use your right eye more. Gas tubes are cheat, replace it. Yeah, I know. I just need to fucking do it. I just need to sit down and actually do it. It's just like it's like that one upper that I just kind of like threw into like the back of the gear room, and it's just like it's there. One of these days I'll actually fucking do it. I just need to. I know I do. 88 people are watching. 88 people are watching. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Well, so you also have to think about though. We're now streaming on 4 different platforms. Yeah, we're now streaming on 4 different platforms. So YouTube people, it's not just you guys anymore. It's not just YouTube. We're branching out and we're moving up in the world, guys. We've never been this heckin' back. We're so back. The levels of back have never been so back ever. We have 18 people on Rumble and 88 people on YouTube. I have no idea how many people. One on Twitch. That's hilarious. Well, I don't even know. Like, hey, everyone, go follow my Twitch account. Go do it. It's the same handle. It's the exact same handle. Maybe someday Twitch will get popular.
On Twitter, I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea how to check on Twitter. I mean, I guess I could log into my Twitter and like actually check. Oh, sorry, X. My apologies. Other people are 156 on X?
Yeah.
Okay, see, that's my question though, is that like, okay, so X is definitely beating YouTube.
I fucked up and turned the chat off on X, not on purpose, but like.
Did you turn it back on?
I don't know how to turn it back on.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, fuck them, I guess.
I don't know how I turned it off.
Oh, well, you know, I guess X don't get theirs.
Next time.
X gonna give it to you? Something like that?
X gonna
We're back. It's over. We're back. It's over. It's over. We're back. That meme will never not be funny to me.
It wouldn't be a stream if Ian didn't fuck something.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be a stream if Ian didn't fuck up something. There's less censorship on X, right? I would say overall, there's less censorship on Twitter or X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it. I'd say overall, there's less censorship than there is on YouTube. But YouTube is like, I don't know, my algorithm on YouTube is starting to get a lot more spicy than it used to be. Like, I'm getting recommended videos where I'm just like, this is allowed on YouTube? Like, what? I used to hear so many things weren't allowed on YouTube. And now, like, my algorithm, like, the things that I'm getting recommended, I'm just like, this is on YouTube? Like, we're just talking about Israel now? Like, we can... And, like, I made a video on Israel recently on YouTube. And it's only got, like, 4,000 views, mind you. But, like, still, I'm just like, oh, we can just, like, we can talk about things now? Or, like, is it a trap? Is it a trap? It might be a trap. I don't know. But it is... Yeah, no, they're just letting us talk about things so that they can just, you know, hellfire us, you know, from orbit in a couple of years or something. I don't know. Oh, sorry, drink water. Oh, my flashlight, my fucking pocket's on again.
You got warm.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know how often this happens, honestly. Does anybody pocket carry a flashlight? Because, like, I don't know how often that my flashlight in my pocket, I'm, like, sitting here, I'm like, my leg's warm. And I reach down, I'm like, yep, and my flashlight's on. Like, I don't know how often that happens to me. Like, I'm going to keep carrying a flashlight. I just wish that, like... I wish that, like, flashlights across the board had, like, some sort of, like, off function on them where I had to, like, I don't know, do something to the flashlight to, like, make it... Because, like, you know, like, the Surefire lights... Welcome to Monkey. What? That's the super chat? The super chat is just welcome to Monkey. Is it because I turned on my flashlight in my pocket? Did I get a super chat because I turned on my flashlight in my pocket? Congratulations, you're retarded. Here's a super chat. No, so like the Surefire lights, right? Like my rifle light, it has an off function. My Streamlight TLR VIR2, it has an off function, and I really like that. Now I like these Streamlight. Let's see, what is this? The ProTac 1L 1AA. That's just a long ass name. But I really like this one because it'll run off AA's, AAA's, and CR123s. And I think that is so cool that it has, you know, like multiple options here. I think that's a really good idea. But I hate that, like, all it is just one click and now my flashlight's on. And so I don't know how many times that, like, it turns on in my pocket, and it's always like while I'm sitting down. It's usually while I'm in my car, honestly. It's like while I'm driving and I'm just like, my pocket's hot. Yeah, my flashlight's definitely on. And it just, like, that's probably what wastes my battery the most, is my pocket getting hot. The new background is looking better. Thanks. I really liked the old background. I thought the old studio that we had set up in my office, I liked it more. But at the same time, it was just, like, it got so cluttered so quickly. And, like, this is just, I don't know, it's more open. We're in, like, one of, what'd you say that, like, this room is supposed to be? Like, the kitchen lobby. Space? The lobby? I guess this is, like, the lobby for our warehouse. Well, I guess that's probably the kitchen space, huh? I don't know. This warehouse, like, we have, like, too many options, and we don't know what to do with, like, all the space. Going from, like, the old warehouse to this one, it's just, like, I don't know what to do with all of the space that I now have. Let's see. This is what I was talking about in the very beginning of this stream, is that my chat is going to get to the point where, like, I'm rambling, and then I look back at the chat, and there's, like, too much going on, and I just can't read everything. So, like, if you guys, like, I hate, it feels so douchey, right? To be like,
Give me money.
but, like, if you guys have, like, questions you actually want me to answer, it's gonna have to be super chats. Like, once the chat gets rolling, that is. You could probably get away with it at, like, the beginning of streams. But, like, if you guys are, like, wanting me to actually, like, answer questions, you know, you're gonna have to, like, super chat or something, because I'm probably not going to see it. Also, I guess the chat's still off for Twitter, so, like, I guess if you're listening on Twitter, just get fucked. Like, I don't know. If you're listening on to Twitter, I guess come on to YouTube. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Twitch.
Go on to Twitch, where there's one person watching.
The one person on Twitch said Monkey Man.
Yeah.
Color POV.
What's up, my one Twitch subscriber?
How's mean Helen Color POV?
How's it going, my one Twitch guy? One Twitch guy, stay winning.
He says Helen Color POV, which is you can't
Answer all my questions. I demand it for free because I'm awesome. Well, congratulations. You got me reading that one thing that you said for, like, you know, no importance at all. Also drink water. The Streamlight Wedge. What's the Streamlight Wedge? All right, here I go. Here I go looking it up. I just made an order too. Streamlight Wedge. Oh, that looks stupid though. It's all like It looks like it's like a brick. You know what? No. You know what this looks like? The Streamlight Wedge looks like a vape. Because if I pull this out, everyone's gonna look like everyone's gonna think I'm gay. I don't want to be vaping. Vaping is like the equivalent of like a rainbow flag. You know, it's like, dude, we get it. Like, Pride Month is over. Oh, we got a super chat on Rumble, if that's called a super chat. I don't know if Rumble also, I don't know what that's called. But we got $5 on Rumble. What does ATS mean? ATS means what's behind me. Ape Together Strong. It's the logo that I stole from a movie because I'm creative. I'm the most creative man that ever did. But like, unironically though, I think that I do think that the Ape Together Strong is like important. I do think that there's a lot more meaning behind it than we like give praise to. But that being said, we are kind of like moving away a little bit from like the ATS logo, and we had our own logo made up of like taking the ODGG, and it's a orbital drop guerrilla group. And what was that?
Want me to grab the sticker?
Yeah. Do we have to?
They're listed online.
Now I feel dumb. I regret nothing. Well, I thought it was hilarious, and thanks for the $5. Why so serious? Yeah. I don't think that I'll be getting the wedge because it looks like a vape, and vapes are gay. And if you do vape, you know, it'd probably be faster and easier to let everyone know you're gay if you just start EDCing a dildo and just, you know, pull that out and just start going to town on it. You know, this is the new logo though that we've been flirting around with, and I think it looks really cool, and I like it. Even though it's, you know, a drop pod from Halo, because once again, I'm so fucking creative. I think it's cool though. There's a hold on, where's that other fucking sticker? I did make another sticker. I don't know where it went. I had another sticker here. Oh, there it is. We're gonna try to get this made into patches, and then I want to get this made into T-shirts as well, of Anti-Racism Club, because well, I just think that's fucking hilarious. But that is something that I'm trying to get made into like a T-shirt and patches and all that jazz. But as of right now, it is it's kind of like, I don't know, it's challenging to get like T-shirts and like shirts. And, well, T-shirts and shirts, I'm an idiot. It's hard to get T-shirts and hoodies and all that made that's not like an arm and a dick. Like, it's like, why the fuck is this so expensive, man? Like, this doesn't need to be so expensive. Like, I get it that, like, you know, like tariffs and all that jazz, but like, you know, if only there was like more manufacturing in America, right? If only there was more manufacturing that was, you know, coming out of the U.S., and we didn't have to, I don't know, have worry about, you know, fucking imports and tariffs and all that shit. If only. Oh, so hold on. So I am live on, can I share my own live on Twitter? Is that a thing I can do? I don't know how to do this. I don't know where I am. I need an adult. Thoughts on Alaska. It's a state. Alaska is a state. It's, you know what? I hope Alaska continues being a state. I don't know, like, what kind of a fucking question is that? That's like someone like, you know, like asking like, you know, what are your thoughts on enter state here? Like, yeah, confused screaming. Here for the hot takes. You missed it. The hot takes are over. We're not even hot taking anymore. The hot takes, they came and they went. The hot take right now is that vapes are fucking gay, and that you're gay for for sucking on a vape. That's the hot take. No, in all seriousness, I think that Glock is fucking stupid. That was one of the topics that we were just talking about. That was a Griper super chat question. Okay. No, Glock is fucking stupid for trying to go down this whole like rabbit hole of, you know, like thinking that somehow that they could get rid of like public tension, and that they could get rid of, you know, like switches being used by inner city youths, by, you know, like getting, like, what the fuck is the goal here, man? Like, come on. How on earth do they actually think that they're going to be able to change anything? They're going to be able to do anything by just getting rid of the entire product line, like there isn't millions of Glocks already on the market. I know I was ranting about this earlier, but someone asked about it, and here we fucking are again. Like, just no, that's so stupid, dude. I don't know why that, like, maybe because I'm like a Glock fanboy, maybe that bugs me more than it should. But like, it doesn't make sense to me, like how they could possibly think that it's going to do anything now. You know, that's like the house already burned down. Like, you watched the house burn down, and only now, when you're looking at all the ash and the rubble, you're like, you know, somebody should get a fire extinguisher. Yeah, no, I think I'm going to sell this house, and we should get a fire extinguisher. It's like, dog, the house already burned down. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, no, like the entire, like, everything that Glock is trying to do right now just makes no sense to me. Yeah, no, Glock is, you know, they're all hopped up on horse semen right now, and they're just not thinking straight. Or, you know what? Maybe Glock is, you know, maybe Glock bought a bunch of, like, stake in, like, SIG, and they're trying to get you go out there and buy some SIG. Or maybe they're trying to, like, lean more into, you know, the side of the house that's horse semen. So they want you to, I don't know, man. It makes no fucking sense to me. It really just doesn't. I don't know what the fuck Glock is thinking there. All right, we got another super chat. $5 on YouTube from Beowulf of Westvold. Bought my buddy an FLC combo from you guys. He thinks he's going to get shit for wearing it and bringing a shotgun to the bushcraft event. Let him know. No, there's, like, dude, what? No. So many people use the FLC kits, or, you know, the LBV, whatever you want to call it. They're the same damn thing. I'd say the biggest thing, if you're trying not to get made fun of, is, you know, paint it or dye it. Yeah, no, you're not going to get made fun of for bringing a shotgun to a bushcraft event, and you're not going to get made fun of for wearing or using ACU. I'd say the biggest thing with ACU is that, you know, like, I would rather you have ACU than nothing at all. I would rather that you be rocking, like, cheap gear. I'd rather be rocking Condor. I would rather be you rocking airsoft gear and trying to train than nothing. You are going to be so much more combat effective. You are going to be so much better of an asset if you at least buy something and fucking try to use it, try to get better at it. You know, sew things to things. Just make it fucking work. I would rather you start somewhere than start nowhere.
We had a bunch of people come out and
all right. The last super chat was for $2, and I just missed it because the chat's so fucking fast, and I have to go back to YouTube. Yeah, somebody said that you're a Fed if your flag has creases, and shit, it's never been so over. To be fair though, we've been using this flag so much that the entire side is like covered in fucking rust and like dirt and like grime. So I mean, like, this flag has been used quite a bit, actually. Like, this flag's been fucking through it, bud. This flag's big tie-tie. I don't know if you guys can see in frame. Yeah, you can see in frame. There's fucking rust right here, bro. Like, look, there's rust right there.
What if every stream we start swapping out the flag?
Yeah, swap out a flag every single stream. We need to get more flags, honestly. I thought I was a fag for wearing a fag. Fed. You know what? No, you're a fag for wearing multicam, not a Fed. No. Honestly, so, and that's something that I would like to like make more content on, because one of the guys I train with has actually been rocking a multicam that he dyed with the dark green RIT dye, and it looks fucking amazing. Looks amazing.
Is he gonna be there next event?
I don't fucking know. Okay, so we got $5 from Rico. People mock this guy with the shoddy until the sky starts buzzing. So that is going to be true if you're rocking the right load. Carry the load. Share the load. Yeah, as long as you're not carrying a fucking shockwave, because shockwaves for like anti-drone shockwaves for trying to actually aim at all suck dick. Oh man, I cannot believe how much training and like trying to actually use a shockwave fucking sucks. I appreciate you guys for the super chats, man. I didn't think streaming was actually going to be like a thing for like, you know, making money. I didn't think like people were gonna give a fuck about me streaming, and this is really cool, man. Like it's like, hey, this is a thing. I don't know. Streaming's been fun so far. I've been enjoying streaming so far. It's just like, I don't know. It's cool, man. I appreciate you guys. This is really cool. Yeah, but if you're trying to get like a shotgun for anti-drone, and now mind you, I've never been to Ukraine, so I'm, you know, I can't like say that, you know, I'm the most experienced guy ever there, but I have trained with dudes, and one of my really good friends has been to Ukraine, and we've actually had guys come out to PT before going to Ukraine to see if like, you know, if they could keep up with us. And it's like, it's weird now. Like we've had like 4 people now come out and train with us before going to war. And like somehow like my group and like training with me to some people is like a, you know, like a gut check of, you know, can I hang with PNWGuerrilla before I go to war? And I'm just like, it's odd that this is like starting to become more common. And I'm just like, I don't know. But like, yeah, the last guy that came out and trained with us before going to Ukraine got his ass handed to him. Oh man, we would not stop making fun of him either. Oh man, God, he got his ass kicked by that hill, which is fucking hilarious. Hopefully he doesn't die, and hopefully he doesn't kill a bunch of white people. Okay. So you fuckers limited the chat on X, and I gotta come here to watch ads to talk shit. Okay, look, that was on accident, all right? We didn't...
Ian's just retarded.
Yeah, Ian somehow turned off the chat, and we don't know how to get it back on. Okay, so we got $3.33 from Dano Not the Lion's Den. Alex Fren? I'd say I'm Fren. I think I'm Fren. I don't know... I mean, like, I'm gonna make fun of you, but, like, I'd still say I'm Fren. Why is the fuck been sold out? Why is the fuck been always sold out? I started using and paying for YouTube Premium, and I know that like no one wants to pay for YouTube Premium, but I've been paying for YouTube Premium instead of Spotify, and I'm gonna be real. I've been enjoying YouTube Premium way more than I enjoyed Spotify. Holy shit! So like YouTube Premium, and I'm not. I guess technically I am getting paid by YouTube, so I guess this is this an ad? Fuck, am I doing a YouTube ad? Shit. I'm doing an unintentional YouTube ad, guys. Crap. YouTube Premium has been fucking amazing. I really enjoy being able to save videos offline. There was actually like when I was out in the mountains on my last 3-day, like having music out in the mountains with YouTube Premium was really nice. Being able to like download any YouTube video. Yeah, I know that people don't want to give YouTube money, but like unironically, YouTube music has been really nice, and I've been appreciating YouTube music a lot. And I was like thinking about it, I was like, look, I stream and I make videos on YouTube. I'm getting paid by YouTube. Why wouldn't I just get YouTube Premium? It just makes sense. So like, and if you don't want to, you know, get YouTube Premium, like that makes sense. Like, you know, do you, if you don't want to give YouTube money, I'm not going to hate on you not wanting to give YouTube money. Like I completely get it. For me, the decision made sense. I don't get ads. I can download any video that I want to. So like, you know, Space King. And if you guys aren't watching, you know, Space King, and if you guys don't know about Space King, you're wrong. And man, I've been enjoying Space King way more than I should be. Space King is like, I don't know why it's so... Have you watched Space King yet? Oh man, it's so... Do you know Warhammer 40k lore at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so it's like a spin-off of Warhammer 40k.
Like in universe?
I don't know if it's canon. But like it's so cartoonishly like overboard. I mean, like everything Warhammer 40k is like cartoonishly overboard, but it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend going and watch Space King. I need to buy some of their merch. It's too funny. Like Space King is just a good time. The 10-hour-long Skyrim ambient soundtrack with hiking. Beowulf of Westville gave $2 to say that. And yeah, I downloaded the entire 10-hour Skyrim soundtrack on YouTube. So I have 10 hours of Skyrim ambiance. And like when I'm out in the hills and like when I don't know, there's been so many times where I'll put that on, like especially like around a fire and just letting like the Skyrim ambiance play. Like, dude, oh man, I don't know what it is about sitting around a fire and listening to the Skyrim ambiance music, but like that hits so hard. And if you guys watched the intro, like, you know, Skyrim ambiance just, fuck man, that shit hits. And then I also, let's see, how many hours was it? I also downloaded here it is, the Thunder and Rain Halo 3 ODST piano 8-hour loop. I also downloaded all of that. So, which, you know what? Maybe that's overboard. Maybe that's overboard to download all of that onto my fucking phone. But I personally think that YouTube Premium was worth it, and I've been enjoying YouTube Premium, and like there's been like so many like old songs like that, you know, weren't on Spotify, and there's like videos that weren't on Spotify, and there's like edits that weren't on Spotify that always drove me crazy that are on YouTube, and I've been enjoying YouTube Premium, and it was worth the payout for me, or worth the payment for me. Yes, ODST, the ODST playlist for sleeping goes so hard. Capitalize the K in Space King. Dude, Space King has been, I don't know, like, and I didn't like start this live to, you know, talk about Space King, but you know, here we fucking are. It has been, and I really want to figure out how to do the fucking blood symbol. Be positive. They have like a whole like blood episode, and like they keep making like blood jokes, and like every time they're like doing the blood symbol and they're like, be positive. It's too fun. It's too fun. I enjoy Space King, and like I know absolutely nothing about 40K lore.
Do we have any nerds in the group that have like miniatures?
Oh, dude, yes. Holy shit. The meme chat was blowing up so much. I can't believe how many fucking fags we have in this training group that are in 40K and like paint the little like miniatures and like, you know, waste their time painting miniatures. Like, you guys are a bunch of fucking nerds.
Class, but we can't tell them. We steal their miniatures.
We steal their miniatures.
And use them for the sand table.
Dude, yeah, no, the 40K miniatures, I'm just like, oh, you guys are all gay. That's adorable. You know, like, but you know, I really can't talk shit. I have a Minecraft tattoo, so like I can't be making fun of anyone for being gay for liking video games, because like, you know, especially with like Master Chief right here, and like, you know, my logo, the logo that we're going to, like being like a Halo ODST drop pod, like I can't make fun of any. You own an AUG unironically. Is that opposed to owning an AUG ironically?
Why would you own an AUG ironically?
Drink water. I mean, like, I'm not going, like, if shit hits the fan though, like I'm not going to use my AUG. Like, if I ever have the opportunity to grab an AR or an AUG, I'm grabbing the AR 10 times out of 10. Like, every single time I'm grabbing an AR before an AUG. The AUG is fun. It's fun to, like, go to the range with. It's fun to, like, dink around with. But, like, I'm not putting in time and training into an AUG. And I would say also, like, ARs across the board are more reliable than AUGs. AUGs are like,
and everyone has an AR.
Yeah, everyone has an AR. Like, the ARs are like so much more common. AR parts are so much more common. Like the AUG is fun, or the AUG, sorry. No, the AUG is a lot of fun. I enjoy the AUG. I enjoy the system, but you know, ARs are just more reliable. ARs work better. What's your opinion on Dirty Civilian? I really like I like their production value. I think that they do put out, you know, some really good information. I really like Drew Hopkins. Drew Hopkins and I used to shoot the shit quite a bit back when I was like a niche micro celebrity on Instagram before I got like turbo nuked. And you know, I like Drew Hopkins. I think he's a good dude. I haven't talked to him in fucking years. And their skits are fantastic. Their production value is incredible. They do put out some really good information. Overall, I am a Dirty Civilian fan. I would say that the majority of their content is probably geared more towards guys that have money. A lot of their content is not as, it doesn't feel as entry level. It doesn't feel like their content is focused towards like entry level dudes that don't have money. It feels like most of their content is geared towards guys that have money. And that's fine. Like everyone needs to have like a niche. Everyone needs to have, like content that is geared towards someone. But so far it does feel like their content is mostly geared towards dudes that I don't know, already know what they're doing or have money and they don't know what to do with it. And that's not bad. I'm not hating on them at all. But like, yeah, no, their production value, their like their mini like movies that they do, it's just fantastic. If Drew is talking and ranting, I'm gonna listen to Drew more than anyone there. And I think Drew is good people. I'm a broke fuck, so I watch PNWGuerrilla. Thanks, bud. Thanks, man. I need to get back into like the Lethally Poor series, and I need to start doing more content in the Lethally Poor series. I would really like to revamp that series. It kind of died, and it's really unfortunate that the Lethally Poor series died. But I had to delete multiple videos in the Lethally Poor series, and I had to delete a lot of like offshoots of the Lethally Poor series because we had some contractual issues with a lot of the audio. So after that kind of like fell through, the YouTube channel just kind of like went, I don't know, it went in a weird direction, and I would really like to revamp that. Yeah, no, the Lethally Poor series, I would love to bring that back, man. Oh man, I would love to bring that back. It was a really good series. I really enjoyed it. And it would be fun to, bring Huck back into the fold and put some time into it. And after the Lethally Poor series kind of like fell apart and like fell out, and we had to delete all that shit, I put so much time and effort into building this company. So I would say overall it was a good thing, in the long run, because I got deleted off of Instagram. The Lethally Poor series like fell apart. And I put so much time and effort into Twitter or X and in marketing this company and getting me to the point that I am now. So it sucked at the time. It really did, but it got us here. So okay. So talking about Dirty Civilian, Hunter just said the issue I see, they show a lot of high value dollar gear, but the knowledge they distill in the video does not work for poors, particularly their maps related to videos and their water videos. Yeah, no, it does feel like a lot of their content is just geared towards high value dollar stuff and quality stuff, and that's fine. And I don't think that's bad, not by any means. But yeah, I would like to get back into content of making content for cheap and for the poors. Okay, Easy Breezy sent $1.99. Is there audiobooks on YouTube P? Spotify does. Yeah, no, there's audiobooks. There's quite a few audiobooks actually. There's you know what? I need to get back into audiobooks, honestly. No, there's definitely audiobooks on YouTube Premium that you can download and watch offline. And what's really cool is that you can download something, watch it offline, and you can just fucking delete it. And it's still on YouTube. You can watch it when you have signal. But what's really cool is that you can download something from Wi-Fi and like fuck off into the mountains, or if you're on a road trip and you're worrying about cell phone signal, you can put your phone into audio or into airplane mode, and you can just listen to it, and you don't have to worry about cell phone signal or anything like that, which is really nice. Also, YouTube Premium, as opposed to Spotify. YouTube Premium will continue working indefinitely offline, whereas Spotify will not. Spotify stops working after a month, and you have to log back in. And that was an issue that I was thinking about, of like, if the power goes out, if the grid goes down or whatnot, and I have, my solar panel and I have my solar charger and I have my cell phone, or if I have, like a backup phone or anything like that, that I have all of these things downloaded onto with Spotify, if the grid goes down, well, in a month, I'm not going to be able to listen to all this music. And, I don't know about you guys, but for me, music is huge. Music is huge for me. I cannot not have music. I would lose my fucking mind without music. I mean, music is a huge, huge motivator. I like my tunes. I like my songs. Okay. The chat's going again, so I can scroll up on my phone, but I can't scroll on that anyway. Gear queers. Well, yeah, but like I would constitute myself as, like what people would say is like a gear queer. I mean, like I own a fucking military surplus company. Like, like the only reason that I'm here is because I'm what you would call as a gear queer, because I fucking love gear. I love talking about gear. I love using it. I love testing it, and that's how I have a military surplus company. That's like, how we got here. What books are for reading? Why are you listening them? What are you doing listening to a book, man? You're supposed to be reading books. Yeah, I will say I'm not the biggest fan of audiobooks. I would rather, read a tangible book. I would like to sit down and actually read a book. But that's just me. I like reading books. I like sitting down and unplugging from the internet, unplugging from social media. And you guys know, you guys follow me on Twitter. I do post a fucking lot on Twitter. And it gets a lot of engagement, and it makes money, and it makes traction, and it takes people to my website, and, I make, like wild, outlandish takes, and, that gets traction onto my main page, and then people go onto my website, and they're like, oh shit, this guy's an asshole, but like, fuck, man, you're telling me that this douchebag sells 6-mag bandoliers for fucking $6? Like, wow, shit. Well, I mean, fuck him, but I mean, that's a 6-mag bandolier for $6, man. Well, fuck, well, I can afford that. And I've seen quite a few. I've seen some like Reddit threads and some Twitter threads on people like getting mad that like I'm an asshole, but like my prices are good. I think that's fucking hilarious. All right, William Cooper sent $2. Still waiting for the Envy and Thermal for Dummies video. We were just talking about this. We were just fucking talking about this. Yeah, we were talking to a YouTube manager that works with a couple other YouTubers. And no, it's not Leviathan. I know people are going to ask. But we were just talking to a YouTube manager. What was that, last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking to a YouTube manager about, or a media manager, whatever the fuck, about doing the night vision in the PVS-14 video. And that's the thing, is that, Ian and I are just fucking working so damn much. And, I mean, I say working so much, he's handling more of the warehouse stuff. And then our operations guy is out of the warehouse right now. And there's a lot going on. I'm dealing with the content side and all that jazz and marketing. And, man, I didn't realize like running a company was going to be fucking answering as many emails and phone calls as it is. Fuck, dude. So much answering emails and phone calls. I fucking hate.
My surplus is dirty.
I hate how stupid people are. Fuck, man. We have to answer so many damn emails. So fucking stupid. I need to start cursing less. I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. I'm not a holy man. If someone offered you a PVS-14 or an SR-25 for free, you'd take it, and if you didn't, you're worse than stupid. I mean, yeah, but like, you should probably have a PVS-14 before you get an SR-25. I'm gonna be real.
What's an SR-25?
Oh. Thermal. Is Micro still with you? No, he is not. Micro got ID'd in one of the videos, and he got spooked, and he dipped off. Which, I'm not gonna hate. Not gonna hate it. He was trying to be, anonymous, and that clearly didn't work because someone from high school knew him, and he got scared and he left. Which I'm not hating. I don't think Micro, expected or thought about like the YouTube channel taking off, or like, people realizing who he was. I don't think he and that's the thing, right? Like, if you're going to be like doing YouTube channels, I mean, like everyone that I know that ever had a mask, like they got ID'd. Like, I mean, like, let's see, Risky Krisky, he got ID'd and he got doxxed. Fucking oh man, admin results. He got ID'd and he got doxxed and he just put his face out there. And
Oh God, he's hot.
oh yeah, oh my God, the memes of admin results getting doxxed. That was the funniest shit ever. Oh no, he's hot. Like, that was so fucking funny. It's like you're telling me this guy got doxxed and he's a wholesome like Christian family man that's like jacked, like shit. It's like this is the worst doxing ever. Sucks we can't buy ARs out here anymore. Yeah, but there's a lot of cool guns that you can still get in Washington. If you're going to get like a rifle, I would say try to go for the Ruger Scout rifle. Because the Ruger Scout rifle is still chambered in 5.56 and takes AR mags. If I remember correctly, you could, maybe I'm the asshole and I'm wrong, but if I remember correctly, they have the 5.56 variant, so you can still use 5.56 mags, and I mean technically you're gonna have to use 10-round mags now, which but yeah, just be a bolt action guy. I would say either be a bolt action guy and start running like 308, or be the lever action guy and get you a 45-70. I mean, shotgun's not a bad option either, but like ARs aren't the end all be all. Like if you're trying to get into rifles, if you're trying to get into training and you live in Washington State, I would say be a lever action dude. Try to be a shotgun guy. Get you a semi-automatic shotgun, or be the bolt action, lever action, or shotgun. Like that's honestly like the next option, which every team is going to want and is going to love and appreciate the 45-70 guy, because the 45-70. Wow, I think that's like the biggest super chat that we've had yet. That's insane. Just Mike Duh gave $19.99. First super chat to my favorite based YouTubers. Do you know where I can get anti-left-wing stickers patches? I just got some good ones from AK Peasants, but Google recommends Trantifa shit and anti-right-wing slop. AST. I think he meant ATS, but I'll give him props. I appreciate the heckin' money, my guy. That's really cool.
We have new
Appreciate you.
on our site.
Yeah, we actually we just got a bunch of new stickers on the website. Ian, can you grab the other ones, please and thank you? Yeah, we just got these 2 stickers on the website. We got the Anti-Racism Club, and then we got a couple of like autism stickers. And I'm trying to like branch out with more like racist and fun stickers. And then I've got the I believe it's okay to be white or White Lives Matter. I forget what it was, but is it White Lives Matter? Oh, we have both. Okay, I made it's okay to be white and then White Lives Matter. But yeah, I'm trying to like branch out and have more fun stickers. And then I already reached out to a patch company to have a couple of those stickers made into patches. Thank you, good sir. Yeah, so we have No White Guilt. That's one of the stickers that we just got in. We have Please Be Patient, I Am Acoustic. That's another sticker. We have I Am the Spectrum. The sticker turned out a little bit smaller than I meant it to be. And then we have White Lives Matter. So these 2 stickers would probably be something that I'd put on like my pistol mags. That would probably be. And then we have Autistic Alpha, which if you guys have ever listened to Crackamico, and I highly recommend going and listening to Crackamico's songs. I would love to do some kind of like collab with him, or pay to get like a shout or something like that in a song. I think he is definitely underrated. And like the first time that I was hearing his songs, I was like, what do you mean these only have this many views? Like this deserves millions of views, man. These are some damn good songs. Yeah, no, Crackamico. Actually, someone said that I looked like a Crackamico clone, and I was like, "Aw, really? No, you stop. Nuh-uh."
If he had a beard, I could see it.
YouTube does some gay autofill shit, and I got tired of fighting it to say ATS. That's fair. I'm not gonna hate on that. What guy do you guys need? Demon gun. What gun do you guys need, or guy? What? I do drones, DMR, radios, basic medical, and I fucking live in Georgia. Throw me $700. Oh my goodness. Dude, why are you in Georgia, man? Why are you way over there?
Let me throw a hammock in the warehouse.
Actually, I already have a hammock in the warehouse. No, you spelled gay wrong. That's hilarious. I like PNWGuerrilla because I'm ghetto. Aw. You stop. Why does the ruck always smell like weed? It's not weed. It's just like, warehouse smell.
No, he means like when you go on rucks.
Oh, your rucking smells like weed? I don't.
Someone smoking weed.
Probably probably. It's Washington. It smells like weed here. That's just the thing. Welcome to Washington. It smells like weed. I don't know. I've actually I've said this a couple of times. Just fucking ban it all, man. Just ban everything. Ban government assistance. Ban all the drugs. Ban porn. Just no. And I think it's a lot of. It's funny, like people get mad at me for that take, and I'm just like, I'm not saying that you can't do it. I'm just saying it should be harder to get to. I'm not saying that you can't smoke weed. I'm not saying you can't drink alcohol. I'm not saying you can't watch porn. I'm just saying ban it all, and you gotta fucking work to get it.
The only ways we started was side business.
Yeah, no, just just ban everything, and now you just got to fucking you really got it's way too fucking easy to get all this shit. It's way too easy to like watch porn. It's like the fact that it's like literal ads to watch porn. The fact that like alcohol and weed is on every fucking corner, man. And like, you're having a bad day, or you're like stressed out, and you're like, well, I guess I'll grab a handle. Man, I guess I'll grab a couple joints. Well, I'm a little horny. I guess I'll fucking goon for the the next 12 hours. It's just too fucking easy. It's too easy, and we are all incredibly too weak, like weak-willed and weak-minded. I'm just saying, ban it fucking all. Ban it all. Get rid of it, and if you really fucking want it, if you just need it, right? You gotta work for it. You gotta make an effort. You gotta put in time. You have to want it, And I think that would make men stronger. I think that would make men better. And like the people that are like, oh well, what about prohibition? Well, that was so terrible. I'm like, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Because men became stronger and better men. Because you had to do fucking crime to get alcohol. Because you had to go out of your way to get alcohol. You had to put in effort to get alcohol. You had to want that. And you had to hide it. And you had to, so, and you know what? Maybe that's not the best take. Maybe no one's going to agree with me there. Maybe I'm the bad guy, but I would say that we've allowed ourselves to rely on substances. We've allowed ourselves to rely on all of these vices way too easily. It's so easy to be weak. It's so easy to be fat and lazy and horny and drunk and high, and it's just too fucking easy. I think it needs to be significantly more difficult to get your vice. Once again, maybe that's not the right take, and maybe a lot of people are going to agree with me. Also, Lawless with Tom Hardy and Shia LaBeouf was an incredible movie. I know that like everyone gets mad when you say that any movie is good because oh, but that movie was made by people that hate you. I'm like, okay, well, there's good movies. All right, there's good movies, and that actually goes into a take that I have with Nick Fuentes. I think that Nick is right about a lot of things. I would agree that Nick is right about a lot of things. Not everything. He's right about a lot of things, and I think that he has a fucking shit way of saying it sometimes. Fuck, dude. It's like, bud, I agree with you here, and the way that you're phrasing this makes me not agree with you. Like it's. It's amazing that the way that you're wording that, the way that you are wording this take and justifying this take makes me not want to agree with you because of how terrible that take was phrased. Like it's incredible sometimes how bad Nick Fuentes is at phrasing things. Like I'm just like, dog, like what? Like, fuck, man, you could have just said the take. Like, you could have just said what you said, and then not justified it the way that you did. If you would have just said the take and then not justified it, I would have agreed with you. But like with the take that you had, I agree with, and then your justification was shit. And I was like, fuck, man, you lost me. You fucking lost me. Like his whole opinion on wife guys, like I was like, I agree on your opinion about wife guys and that wife guys are gay. Like I agree with that. And the way that you justified it and worded it and the way that you went about it was shit. It was fucking awful. I like that the chat is still talking about Lawless and how good that movie was. It really was just a good movie. It was impressively a good movie. But yeah, no. Like Nick Fuentes and his opinion on wife guys, like, dude, like wife guys bug me so fucking much. Wife guys drive me fucking insane. And it's not just wife guys, right? It's like, and you say wife guys and it's like, it's actually just simps. And it's like a cuck simp mentality. I think your lava lamp is broken. Yeah, I think it is too. Can you grab the other lava lamp? Because, like, it's just, like, boring. Wait, is this the one that we broke the light to?
Probably.
Oh, maybe it's the light that's fucked up. Maybe we need to get a better light.
Well, just swap the light out from this one to that one.
Well, I'm not going to swap this light out now because it's going to be hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just swap it out completely. Wait, hold on. If you plug that one in, plug that one in, and then we'll put this on top of that bulb. Yeah, plug into the same one, and we'll just swap it out. Reminder: real used to corn to distract combatants. Reminder. Oh, Israel. Yep. Okay. Sorry, that took me a second to like read how that was worded. Yes, Wingman45 said that Israel uses corn to distract combatants. That is absolutely a real thing. I forget which country it was. Boop. I wonder if that might not be a bright enough bulb. All right, guys, we'll see if this works. Yeah, no, I forget which country it was that did that, but yeah, no. I'm not so, and that's another thing. Like a lot of people call me like a libertarian or like a centrist with like my take when it comes to pornography and my takes when it comes to like alcohol and weed and like all substances. I say that the biggest thing, the most important thing is just like don't overindulge, right? Don't overindulge. Have some kind of fucking control. Just don't go overboard. Okay, so the opinion on wife guys are gay. So. And once again, I highly believe that the justification and trying to, like going into the weeds of what it means to be the wife guys are gay. It's that the guys that as soon as they get a girlfriend, as soon as they get married, their entire life just dies. Their entire life goes away. And the guys that are in my comments all the time that are like, oh, so like I remember being able to go out in the mountains and I remember being able to hike. I remember not having a wife. I remember not having a girlfriend. It's like, shut up, fag.
You used to be an adventurer.
Like, yeah, no, I used to be an adventurer like you, and then I got a girlfriend. It's like, dude, why are you letting your girlfriend or your wife control your life that you can't go out and do anything? And like guys telling me that, like, oh, I used to be able to go on rucks and I used to be able to go on the gym and I used to be able to hike before I got a girlfriend. And I'm like, why are you letting your girlfriend control your life? And they're like, well, that's because my girlfriend wants to hang out with me all the time. And it's like, yes, that's awesome. I'm not saying that you shouldn't spend time with your girlfriend or your wife. I'm not saying that you shouldn't devote time and energy and love and passion for, like what we would call simping for your significant other. But you need to also have boundaries of, look, I also am going to be going to the gym. I am going to be going to the gym X amount of times a week. I am going to be going to the mountains, X amount of times a month. I'm going to go to the range X amount of times a month. You need to be able to set boundaries with your significant other. So when you say like wife guys are gay, right? It's that they, as soon as they get a girlfriend, as soon as they get a wife, as soon as they get into a relationship, all of their friends, their hobbies, everything goes out the window. And I'd say the biggest thing with that is that you just need to set boundaries with your significant other when you guys first start dating. You need to when you first start dating a woman, you need to set boundaries of, look, I have friends and I'm going to hang out with my friends X amount of times a month. If you know, I genuinely think that setting boundaries with a woman is extremely important, and you cannot let your significant other, you know, control your entire life. And this doesn't matter who you are. You could be a man or a woman. You could be straight or gay, which, gay? Like, you need to set boundaries. You need to tell the other person, look, this is important to me. At the beginning of a relationship, you need to be able to tell a person, this is important to me. I like doing this. No matter what, I need to let you know, and I'm going to let you know beforehand. I'm going to let you know as a common courtesy when I'm going to be doing this, where I'm going to be. I will let you know because I love and respect you. But you're not going to take this away from me. You are not going to take this away from me of going out in the mountains or training or going to the range, hanging out with the boys, doing what I do. You're not going to be able to take this away from me. And you need to be able to set those boundaries. And it has nothing to do with, the woman in your life or your significant other. If you're a man or a woman watching this, your significant other is going to want to spend more time with you. And that's awesome. That's fucking amazing. Spending time with your significant other is incredible. And, cuddling and loving and watching a movie and going on dates, that's great. And you still need to do that. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. By no means am I saying that you shouldn't. But, when you're saying that and you're making fun of, like the wife guys being gay, you're making fun of simps. You are making fun of simps. And that's all it is, of like the simps that as soon as they get into a relationship, because maybe they've been so lonely for so long that as soon as they get into a relationship, that just goes out the fucking window. $2 from Rico. The key is to get a tomboy who wants to go too. Yes. Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. When my wife and I first got together, we were going on hikes together. We were going out to the range together. She's been to 20-mile rucks with me. My wife has gone out in the mountains, and we have camped, and we have hiked, and we've done things like that. So, you shouldn't be, and you still need to have, the alone time with your significant other. Abso-fucking-lutely. You need to have alone time with just you and your significant other. But if your wife or your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever the fuck, if they cannot get along with your friends, you're going to have a bad time. Like the relationship either, and it's going to come down to, you're going to have to either pick the girl or you're going to have to pick the boys. Or you can be a man. You could be a man and have fucking boundaries. And you could say that, look, I'm going to hang out with the boys, and the time with the boys is the time with the boys, and I'm going to hang out with you, and time for you is time for you, and sometimes we might all hang out together. I'd say that the biggest thing that I think that a lot of people in the modern space, they lack the ability to have boundaries. They lack the ability to have nuance. A lot of people lack the ability to say no. If you have an event that's planned with the boys for, months in advance or weeks in advance, and your wife or your girlfriend is like, oh, well, I want to do something that day. And you're like, no, I'm sorry. That's for the boys. This has been planned for the boys. And that's another thing that's really important, I would say, of having a training calendar or having like a hangout calendar, putting something on paper, putting things on a date, if you're going to be going on dates with your woman, having that set out on your calendar. Have a calendar set that's in your fridge or somewhere that's like the common place in your house, and you actually schedule out dates with your significant other. You schedule out dates that you're going to be going hiking and camping or rucking, or you're going to be going to the range with the boys. And so your significant other can see that it's right there on the calendar, and it's like, okay, on this date, I'm going to go hang out with the boys. I know. I'm going to let you know, a week in advance. There's communication here. I would say that a huge thing that, I learned from past relationships is that, fuck, man, I just sucked at communication. And in the current marriage that I'm in, I have made it an effort to be significantly better at communicating of my boundaries, what I want to do, what I like doing, et cetera, et cetera. So, like saying that, wife guys are gay, saying that simps are gay, It's just making fun of people that don't have boundaries with their significant others, and that as soon as they get into a relationship, you know, everything that they loved doing, everything that all their hobbies go out the fucking window. And I would say that if you want to keep your hobby, if you want to keep your passion, if you want to keep doing what you want to do, if you want to keep being in shape, that you need to have those boundaries in a relationship. And you know, a lot of men that have never been in a relationship, as soon as they get in one, it's just like that is their only focus. That's all they're gonna do now is that relationship, and everything goes away. So, you know, I agree with Nick Fuentes when he says that wife guys are gay, but there's nuance to it. There's reasons behind it. There is so much more that you need to discuss with that entire topic. And thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Drink water. I love saying, please come into my TED Talk after like a really long rant. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
TikTok.
I can go to the range or ruck whenever I want while my GF goes to her or her BF's house. It's great. Yeah, no, that's another thing is that, like, you know, you should be dating another person that has friends, you know, and like, hey, okay, you can go hang out with your friends and I'm going to go hang out with my friends. I would say that's really important. That's extremely, extremely important, you know, and like, I know a lot of people, I don't know, I get so many comments of people saying that, you know, they're a loser and they don't have any friends, and that, you know, they couldn't even like fathom having friends, and that they're perfectly happy alone. I'm like, it's such a fucking cope, dude. That's such a fucking cope. Like, why are you lying to yourself? Why are you lying to yourself? Yeah, that's another thing. I scrolled up a little bit. Kids love camping. You know, if you have kids, take them camping, dude. Like, you don't have to go camping alone. I mean, you know, you're not going to be able to train to the same standard. You're not going to be able to go as fast. You're not going to be able to ruck as fast. You're not going to be able to do things as harsh as you would. But I'm like, there's YouTube channels of guys taking their kids out on, like, backcountry camping. You can still do it. You should be dating a person. I don't know what that means. Like a real humans person? You should be dating a real humans person? I would agree with that.
You don't like my AI girlfriend?
Yeah, no. Don't date AI girlfriends or AI boyfriends. Don't do that. That's big oof. Big oof, my guy. Stay away from that shit. That's not a rabbit hole you want to go down. That's not a rabbit hole I want to go down. This lava lamp still sucks. Should we swap it out for the other one? Where's the other one? Ah! All right, guys. Now we wait. Rip Outdoor Boys. Is that the one that I was thinking of the guy that brought his child with him, and like you got to like watch his kid grow up, and they were like doing bushcrafting and shit like that. I think that was the one. I don't remember exactly. Pacific Northwest is amazing to hit the woods. Florida is swamp woods. Ew, Florida. Girls don't like bald guys, sadly. That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. No, women don't know what they want.
They don't like fat bald guys.
Yeah, no, women don't like fat guys. You know, like, it doesn't matter, like, if you have hair, if you don't have hair, like, it really doesn't matter. Women think that they know what they want, and like, you just have to be, you know, charismatic. You have to have personality. Like, you know, women, like, the vast majority of women don't actually know what they want. That's why dating sites are bullshit. Because women don't know what the fuck they want. They think that they know what they want. They don't. They don't. Most of the time. All right, $5 more from Beowulf of Westvold. Would you stop giving me money, you fucking goober? I love you, but like, stop. You can just say things. Well, I guess if you want me to read them. Okay, fine. My wife just lost the last couple of friends she had over Charlie's. It's been rough on our marriage with her having no friends. Man, it really sucks, like, finding out that your friends are, like, you know, turbo hardcore lefties, and you thought that you got along on so many topics, and then you realize, like, oh shit, my friends aren't the people that I thought they were. That's a huge reason that I just started a new fucking friend group, man. I just started a new friend group. Like, man, my old friends were just, they were lazy, and they just wanted to play video games, and they didn't want to go outside, and they didn't want to hike, and like, you know, they wanted to do like flat range shit, and that was about it. And like, I just couldn't, man. I just fucking couldn't. I need friends that want to be active, want to go do things. I understand guys who are single, but the AI and OnlyFans needs to be rejected. Dude, I'm be real, man. I don't understand the OnlyFans thing. Like, I guess like to a certain degree, I guess I understand, like, you know, there's some kind of feedback. But like even like with like prostitution and like strip clubs, you know, like I don't like paying, like the thought of paying a woman for her time. Like if I'm going to be with anyone, I want them to want to be with me. Like, I mean, like when I was like early 20s, you know, I remember like all the barracks guys like going to like a strip club and you pay like $20 for a lap dance. And I've gotten a couple of lap dances in my life in like my early 20s. And I walked away with it just feeling so fucking empty. You know, like I hated lap dances. I hated strip clubs. And like, especially like when you go to a strip club with like a bunch of dudes and then you all have to get back in the same fucking car and you're just horny as fuck. And you're just like, well, this is weird. I don't like, that was, I didn't like that. You know, it was something to do with like with all the single bros like in the barracks, like back in like, you know, like in the army days. And like I was like, you know, like we're all gonna go like the strip club, woo, we're gonna go drinking. And they're like, woo, we're gonna go drink, and then we're gonna go to the strip club and we're gonna go drink some more. And it was just like, I fucking hated it, man. I just fucking hated it. And I don't understand the OnlyFans shit. I don't understand strip clubs. I don't understand prostitution. I couldn't imagine wanting, like, paying a woman for her time. You know, if she doesn't want to be with me, why do I want to be with her? Beowulf of Westfold once again sent $2. I comment a lot, but I am turbo shadow banned. Oh, well, you know, I appreciate you. Appreciate your time, and I appreciate your money. Thank you for the schmeckles. That would be hilarious if, like, every time somebody donated, it was just like a thank you for your schmeckles.
Whose black Reebok shirt did I receive in my fuck bin?
Whose black Reebok shirt did I receive in my fuck bin? That was probably mine. That was more than likely mine. I brought in like a bunch of clothes that like I wasn't meaning to put in a fuck bin, and then like Ian just puts everything inside fuck bins.
You can't put it.
Yeah, I know. It's in the warehouse. It's going in a fuck bin. Like I'd like, not everything is meant to go in a fuck bin.
Sorry, I fuck bin the forklift. Okay.
Yeah. It's like, guys, we need a new forklift. I fuck bin the forklift. I'm sorry. I fuck bin the forklift. It was on the floor. Yeah. Well, I thought it was our backlift forklift. Damn it. No, Ian did fuck bin our backup printer, and that's still fucking hilarious to me. And I was like, that was our backup printer. That wasn't supposed to go in the fuck bin. It was
in the fuck bin.
I know. But like, that wasn't. What type of forklift? We don't actually have a forklift. Hey, whatever happened to our fucking the jack? Is that still here?
What jack?
The only jack that we had. The floor jack. Is it still here?
For a vehicle?
No. The pallet jack.
Oh, yeah.
Where is it?
You walk past it every day. It's underneath a pallet.
Oh, okay. I guess I just don't even notice it.
No, I fuck binned it.
I fuck binned it. I fuck binned the pallet. I fuck lift the pallet jack. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I don't understand the AI girlfriend stuff. It just doesn't make sense to me. William Cooper spent $5. Monte Cristo hike and overnight. You need it up north in Washington. Ghost towns. Fall mines along river would be great event for those still behind enemy lines. Oh, dude, ghost towns are so fucking cool. I don't know what it is, and that was something that I was talking about with oh, good lord, I just dumped his name. I was talking about that with somebody on Twitter. I'm sorry, I just brain dumped his name, but I was just talking about that, of like how I really want to go to Europe to see just like old abandoned things, because like ghost towns and like mine shafts that have been abandoned for years, like that is the coolest shit to me. Oh man, dude, abandoned things, I don't know what it is, like dilapidated like buildings and like old buildings with like vines growing off of it, like there's just something so damn cool about that, and it just Oh man, that just gets me going. But no, I'm gonna look into that Monte Cristo hike. Man, that would be cool. There's an abandoned concrete factory up in Concrete, Washington, and you're not technically supposed to go there. What is that? Is that a thing? What? Is there a tomboy mine? What? Rico sent $2. Recapture the tomboy mine near Telluride, Colorado. Is it actually called the tomboy mine? Ian, can you look that up? Is it called the tomboy mine? Is that actually a because that's kind of hilarious. Chernobyl Ruck win.
How'd you know about that?
Mr. Gorilla Man, there are a lot of abandoned mines in Alaska. Is that like actually? Oh, dude, that's so cool. Abandoned mines are so cool, dude. Man, abandoned mines are so cool. What's the soundtrack you play when rucking through an abandoned mining town? Probably the soundtrack for Fallout New Vegas. I think that would.
The Tomboy Mine is a historic abandoned gold mine.
Oh, it's actually called the Tomboy Mine.
And Company Town in Savannah Basin, located.
Dude, that's so cool. I mean, like, that's also like that's hilarious, but that's also cool. Huh. I love abandoned shit, man. That's just so fucking cool to me. That's just so cool to me.
Included a school, store, and YMCA before closing in 1928.
So it's been abandoned since 1928?
Yep.
Oh, that's fucking cool. You know, that was actually something with the Backlash podcast that their chat was saying while I was on it, is that like people hate David for not interacting with the chat. And I was like, well, you know, to be fair though, like theirs is more of like a talk show, and like, you know, mine is like, even when I have like a guest, I mean, like, you know, I can still interact with the chat. Like I'd say like like once I get like through like my main talking points, you know, I'm like mostly interacting with the chat. I also might leave you guys for a second because I've got a fucking piss and we still have an hour to roll.
Should I roll the ad?
Hey, roll the ad while I go pee. How long's the ad?
Not long enough for you to pee.
Not long enough for me I can run.
Go pee.
Okay. We're gonna roll the ad and I'm gonna go piss. Ah! Ah! Do the thing.
It's over. That's the ad. Use code digging hole for 20% off shovels.
There's so much pee.
That was way too short. They're complaining that our ad was too short. They want longer ads.
Damn it! Well, sorry.
Next streams will be nothing but ads.
Well, fuck me, I guess. All right, well, next stream, I'm going to make a fucking longer ad, apparently. My ears got Epsteined. Yike. Was it? Oh, you know what? Yeah, the music was pretty loud, wasn't it? Yeah, okay, so, once again, if you guys want shovels, if you guys are trying to get shovels or sandbags or shovel carriers, we are currently, for this stream only, we are doing 20% off code digging hole. It's right there in the you can see it in the if you look right right, it's right there. Ian just typed it. It's right there. If you look, see it says PNWGuerrilla, right? And if you look right there, it says I guess if you're on X, get fucked. Code digging hole, 20% off shovels and sandbags for this heckin' stream only. I'm really curious if this lava lamp is actually going to get going. We'll see. You dig? Yeah. Once again, you ever hear of the gay dinosaur? I have not. I don't know about the gay dinosaur. Sorry, I missed that. Tell me about Megasaur that's the worst dad joke ever. You should do push-ups for that. That's terrible. That's so awful. I mean, it made me laugh, but like, you know,
like okay. I guess you made me laugh. You did it. It's so bad. Yeah. Once again, if you guys want to come out and dig a hole with me, November 1st and 2nd, we're doing a open hole dig. So anybody that wants to come out and hang out with us, make bread, dig a hole, and go sleep out in the mountains of the Pacific North wet. It's probably gonna be raining. It's probably gonna suck. We're gonna be by a stream. It's gonna be fucking gorgeous. The vibes are on point. There's a lot of moss right there too. The ground's really easy to dig. We have another hole not very far from there, which if you guys are interested, we could do a tour of the last year's open event hole, and you guys could see how we fucked that up and how we're going to improve off of it this year with this year's bushcraft. Which
We're going up to Ashford?
no, not that one. We're gonna be doing so it's right down the hill from where we did the snow hike.
Oh.
It's like literally right down the hill from where we did the snow hike. Or snowshoe, whatever.
I remember.
The Glock shovel is the best e-tool. Don't we sell that one? Or do we sell?
Block shovel?
Yeah. No, which
Gerber.
it's the Gerber shovel that we sell.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we have the we have Army issue, we have German issue, and then we have the Gerber e-tool. Which I mean, like, personally, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, looking them over, like I genuinely think that the Army issue and the German issue are the exact same shovel. I'm pretty sure that it's the same fucking shovel. Like, someone copied someone's homework. I don't know who copied whose homework, but like, yeah, they're made in the same fucking factory. Someone copied someone's homework. I don't know who. I forgot about that. Do they still sell the shovel? Glock? Does Glock still sell shovels?
I don't even know Glock made shovels.
I know Glock sells horse semen, so if you're trying to get some horse semen, go buy you some Glock horse semen. $2 paying it forward for the Telegram Nephilim rants. What? I don't know what that means. Do I need to go into my Telegram and figure out what the fuck that means? Because I don't know what that means. Hey, everyone, while you're watching it, go follow my Telegram. If you guys are trying to do location check-ins, this morning I did a location check-in. So if everyone would like to try to find dudes to train with, we do location check-ins every single Monday. I realize it's Tuesday, but whatever, fuck you. But if you guys would like to do a location check-in, try to find somebody near you to go hike, shoot, train with, just be friends. Every single Monday, I do my best to try to do location check-ins on my Telegram channel. If you guys want to not be a gay, lame loser, go hit up my Telegram. Once again, every single Monday, at least when I remember, we do location check-ins. If you guys weren't tracking yesterday, I was on the mother heckin' Backlash podcast, so I was kind of like busy doing that, and like I had different priorities going on yesterday. I'm so sorry, I was so busy. I'm getting so popular, guys. I'm like the most like heckin' cool popular guy that ever fucking did. All right, did you know that we've got like 80 people in chat right now? Like, I'm so heckin' cool. The name of the Telegram channel is the exact same name as my Twitter and my YouTube. You know what? Hold on. Maybe I can actually put a link.
342 viewers on Twitter.
Say again?
340 viewers on Twitter.
340 viewers on Twitter. You know what? I would actually kind of I would have almost expect it to be more. Oh, hey, the link did work. All right, so, hey, if you are watching on YouTube right now, I just put the link to my Telegram channel. So if you guys want to join my Telegram channel and follow me there, I actually have like a full channel with almost like 10,000 subscribers. And I upload most of what I post onto Twitter onto Telegram, and you might get like a different kind of vibe on Telegram as well. There's a little bit more racism. There's a lot more racial slurs, and the chat is unhinged, and I refuse to tame it. I do my best to kind of let the chat do their thing. Now the chat, every now and then though, I do have mods, and if people are just being spurgs and being assholes
and just trying to get banned and trying to start arguments with everyone, you will get banned from my Telegram channel if you're just being a douchebag. You're not going to get banned for racial slurs or just being racist, but you will get banned for being an asshole. So, go in there and just play nice, make friends. Just don't be a douchebag. Like, I only ban people from my Telegram channel, and my mods understand that we ban people for being assholes. Like, that's it. You can just go in there and be a normal, respectful racist, all right? You don't have to be a douchebag about it. You can just, be a normal person. Don't spurg. Don't try to start arguments. Like, we're going to kick out people that are like, ban me, which people do. And I don't understand. For the life of me, I can't get that mentality. It doesn't make sense to me. Just don't do that. And don't Fed post. Also, don't Fed post. If you go up to my Telegram channel, like spouting off about how, we need to, do the heckin' thing and that, we're going to take out the local whatever, don't do that. Yes, just be a wholesome family racism, okay? You can just be a respectful race car driver. You don't have to be a douchebag about it, all right? You don't have to be... Also, if you're like... It doesn't matter what you're spurging about, okay? I am anti-spurging, all right? I don't like it. I don't like it. My mods understand that, we're anti-spurging here. And, we're just trying to be wholesome family racists, okay? Wholesome family anti-Semites, all right? I don't want to ban you guys for being, a bunch of meanies. I wish I could pull up that meme right quick. I'm like, I might be a racist, but, don't be mean to me. I'll cry. I love that meme. But, no, for real. Like, also, don't, if there are women in there, don't be mean. It's okay. We don't have to hate all women. I know Kojin's gonna be like, Ree! Dude, my glasses just don't want to, like, there's like smudges, and they don't want to fucking unsmudge. This is driving me I'm just like moving the smudge around, and it's not. I need to get one of those microfiber glasses. Apparently, I just DM'd them about the watermelon chicken moon grape juice. It's incredible how many emojis that you can use that mean so many things. That's honestly hilarious. No, for real though. I'd say that overall, like, oh wait, hold on. How do you not go crazy wearing yellow tinted glasses all the time? So actually, like, unironically, like a yellow tint is like, it's actually really pleasant. Like, I started wearing yellow tint as the meme, like, cause, people were like, oh, you look like Joseph Seed. You look like that one heckin' guy from the one video game. You look like that one guy. It's my Mexican piss filter. Piss vision, go! Oh, drink water. Cheers. Drink water. Fuck, dude. I love water, man. It's so good. To that one dude up in the sky that was like, hey, give him water. What a good move, dude. What a good move. I can't imagine. I'm drinking scotch. I'm not drinking scotch. If this entire, if this was filled with scotch or like tequila or something, this stream would become extremely unproductive very, very quickly. Like, I cannot begin to express how quickly this stream would become unbelievably unproductive if this was all tequila or scotch or anything. Like, that would no, pass. I'm drinking bourbon. I wish that I had bourbon here. Actually, unironically though, like the only thing that I hear. So like usually like before I start a stream, I will take like a shot, like you know, kind of like get a little loosey goosey, right? Get a little warmed up. You don't want to get too anxious. Kind of like, you know, mellow down a little bit. But like, you know, I don't want to get trashed on stream. And like because we started out streaming calling it like Tuesday Night Drinks. And there was one stream that I was like, you know what? I actually did drink like a little too much. And then I had to stay at the fucking warehouse for like a couple hours afterwards. And I was like, well, I can't drive drunk. And I'm like, fuck. I didn't get like drunk, but I got like tipsy. And I was just like, you know, no, pass. This goes down into what we were talking about, you know, in the beginning of the stream of like, you know, moderation. So many dudes just can't understand and can't fathom and can't, you know, I would say like, you know, guys just can't control themselves. It's fascinating how many dudes just can't control themselves. Drive drunk like a man. It's not drunk drivers that are the problem. It's the drunk crashers that keep ruining it for everybody. If the drunk crashers, all right, if we just, you know, if they would just stop, then everyone would be fine. It'd be a safer world, all right, if everyone just drove drunk, okay? Because then everyone's safer and no one's gonna die. Because guess what? Everyone now, all of our bodies are loosey-goosey. Everyone's fine. Because do you know who actually dies in drunk driving crashes? The sober people. All right? So if you just drive drunk, guess who's safer? You are. Clutch. Chad, clip that. Fuck. It's never been so over. It's never been so over. Spurging and right-wing virtue signaling. Chill the fuck out. Hold on, what time is it? No, I got time. Oh, fuck. What movie was that? Oh, The Incredibles. I got time. That's too funny. No. No, in all honesty, and this goes back to, like, you know, what I was talking about of how many men, like, can't control themselves. And it's fascinating going to like these like YouTuber parties and like, you know, being around with like other content creators and other people like in the spotlight and other people that are like, you know, bigger names. And once again, I refuse to dox anyone. I'm not gonna fucking say names, but it's incredible how many people can't handle their alcohol. And like, you know, not to be like a cockfag or anything like that, but like, dude, I drank a lot while I was in the Army. Like, holy shit, dude. I drank so fucking much while I was in the Army. Like looking back on it, I'm just like, wow, dude, that was yike. Yeah, but that was everybody in combat arms, man. Everybody in combat arms was just drinking. And no, it's like looking back on it, I'm just like, it's impressive like how many people don't have that, I guess, that like time drinking, I guess, that like experience, that competitive drinking. We all know you're talking about Grand Thumb. You know what? Actually, no, I have not. I have never partied with Grand Thumb. I have met Grand Thumb in person twice. No, 3 times now. So like, no, I have not partied with Grand Thumb. I've heard stories, but you know, I wasn't there to witness it. So like, you know, I couldn't tell you if the stories are true. Cause like stories are stories. I've heard stories about me and I was like, I did what? I was like, where was I for this? I'm like, wow. And I'm like, really? I was like, tell me what I did next. I was like, wow, that's impressive. That's crazy. I was like, tell me more about myself that I didn't fucking know. There is no one who can drink as much as there's no one who can drink as much and still have a job like the military. Dude, for real. Like, to date, the best PT test that I ever did, I was fucking plastered. I was so drunk because, like, it got to a point in the night of us drinking where it was like, okay, so here's our options now. We can either keep drinking and go right into PT, or we can stop drinking now, try to sleep for like 3 hours, and then go into PT hungover. And I was like, well, I think the responsible thing to do is to keep drinking. And that's what we fucking did. Like, half my fucking platoons, like a couple dudes from other platoons, and we just kept drinking right into a PT test, and I fucking knocked that shit out of the park, bud. Oh my god, I just dude, and like, because I wanted to get that fucking run just done and over with, and I was just like, like, I ran so fucking fast, because like, I mean, like, once you hit like that sweet spot of drunk, right, like you don't feel pain, and like, oh man, that was, yeah, and then like as soon as you're done running, it's just like, you know, say hi to Mr. Pukey. I don't recommend that in the longevity. Like, mind you, I was like 20 years old at the time. I don't think okay. It's not that I couldn't do that at 34. It's that I don't want to try that at 34. Like, because the hangover is not going to be fucking worth it. No, but for real, like, it's incredible how many people just can't fucking drink. And but like I said in the beginning of the stream, you know, just make it all illegal. Just make it all illegal. You know, make alcohol illegal, make weed illegal, make all drugs illegal, make porn illegal. And you know, if you really want it, you know, you got to be a fucking badass to go find it, and you got to be a badass, and you got to try your ass off to go get it. I am not sober at 34. I just know how to control my substances, and I'm just not addicted to anything. Like, and that just, I don't know, that's working out for me. Not to be like a douchebag or anything like that, but like, you know, just, I don't know, control your substances. Don't go too crazy with it. You watching Onions? What are you watching?
I'm trying to refresh the Rumble stream.
Oh, it was an ad. Okay, I was just like, why is this dude over here just watching like cooking fucking videos? Like, what the, like midstream, and fucking Ian's over here just watching cooking tutorials. All right, Beowulf the Westvold said, why am I not reading it up there? Time for the little one's bed. You guys have a good night. Good night, my good sir. We appreciate your super chats. You are a G, and I would say you're absolutely the number one for the chat, for the stream. What a guy, what a fella. Everyone say good night to Beowulf. What a dude. Man, how much money did that guy send this stream? Like, dude, too much is the answer. Like, what a fella. Libertarians are crying right now. Man, fuck libertarians, man. Fuck them. No, absolutely not. Make everything fucking illegal. You know, end all government assistance. End it fucking all. And you know, if you really want it that bad, if you want your fucking hit that bad, if you want your substance that bad, you gotta fucking work for it. You gotta put in that fucking effort. You know, like, fuck you. I don't get a new good Halo game, all right? You don't get fucking weed and alcohol. Fuck you. I haven't had a fucking new good Halo game in like a fucking decade, all right? Fuck you. No, not hearing it. Not hearing it. I realize that, like, that's like the most random fucking take, but whatever. Make 420 illegal so I can start making real money again. Yes, thank you. Exactly. Exactly. Make it all illegal, right? And just like you have to put in fucking effort for it, and you have to try. You have to try to get your substances. You have to try to get your fix. You know, I was saying it earlier in the stream. It's too fucking easy to find all this shit. It's too fucking easy to find drugs. It's too easy to find porn. It's too easy to get weed and alcohol and cigarettes and tobacco and fucking just make it all fucking illegal, man. Make fast food illegal too. Fuck you.
Men did greater things when boobs were harder to see.
Men did greater things when boobs were harder to see. Make it all illegal. And if you fucking really want it, if you really fucking want it, you got to go into like a fucking backwards alley, right? You got to get like a printed out fucking photo of like, you know, like pixelated boobs, and you're just like, oh shit, like, you know, like make it fucking harder to get. Fuck. Reach was the last good Halo. I would say that that Halo Reach was not Halo Reach, sorry. Halo Infinite was amazing. It really was. I fucking loved Halo Infinite. The only issue is that Halo Infinite just like it was like a fucking like a trial, right? It was like as soon as it ended, I was like, where's the rest? Where's the rest of my game? Can I get more game? Oh, it's coming later? Oh, okay. And then it didn't. Thoughts on Milsim, Mr. Gorilla? Milsim is great. Milsim's fucking awesome. I think Milsim can be some incredible fucking training. It's just that the biggest and the worst part of everything when it comes to Milsim is training with other people that aren't taking Milsim seriously, and they're treating Milsim as a joke. The last like big Milsim event that I went to, I fucking like, and I've gotten so much hate online for it. Oh my God, I've gotten so much hate online for it. And people tried saying that I left the Milsim event because it was fucking raining. And I was like, no, I left because no one was fucking taking it seriously. I left because it was a fucking waste of my time, and I was just done with it, dude. I was fucking over. I was like, fuck this shit. I'm going fucking home. I get better training with my fucking local cell of niggas, right, than I do paying for this fucking event. So it's not that Milsim events, and it's not that like airsoft can't be incredible training, because it can. The biggest issue is people not taking training seriously, and people not taking Milsim seriously, because Milsim is, you know, military simulation. I mean, like, everyone should be taking it seriously, and the biggest issue that I have is when you take the time to buy all of the gear and like make the trip out there, and you dedicate time for it, and you get there and people are smoking weed and drinking and not taking it seriously, not actually doing fire watch, not wanting to do patrols, like people are just laughing and joking the whole fucking time. And I'm like, and it sounds like I'm being a tryhard, right? And it really does. And I understand that I'm coming across as a tryhard. I get that. But like, if I go to an event, dude, you go, come on, that's...
Oh, the donation.
All right, Yugo's Survival donated $14.88. You've read enough of my posts, so here's some schmeckles. Thanks for the $14.88, my guy. I appreciate the funny number. That's too good. That's too good. No, Philip, no, I'm not listening to you. You donate, and then I'll do it. Fuck you. I'm not just reading a regular. No, I'm not reading that. All right. I'm not saying it out loud. If you want me to do that, all right, then you can super chat. All right. And then we'll talk about it. But no, I'm not. Nope. I ain't doing it. Fuck you.
Philip's got to donate $1 per one he wants.
Drink water. Okay. You do them. I'm not doing them. No. Yeah, no, I ruck under the worst conditions. I am always out in the rain. I live in the fucking rain. And the fact that there's so many, like, I've seen so many rumors from, like, airsoft people and, like, airsoft groups saying that, like, I left a Milsim event because it was raining. I'm like, dog, do you know who you're talking about? Like, not to, like, be, like, high and mighty. Not to, like, come across as, like, you know, oh, holier than thou, or, like, I'm better than you, or anything like that. I'm like, dude, I've been called a masochist by I don't know how many fucking people. Like, my wife has had to sit me down and ask me that, like, if I have like a suffering / pain kink, and she's like, hey, are you like okay? Like you go out in the mountains and like you like really like you beat yourself up a lot. You're all like, you don't have to do this, you know? And I'm like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I was like, because it's a check on myself consistently that I can still hack this, I can still do this, that like I can still hang. Like, I do things that I don't want to do. I go on runs that I don't want to fucking go on. I go and dig LPOPs and sit in fucking holes and suffer because I want to know that I can still fucking do it. It's a fucking gut check. It's a self-check that I can still hack it, that I'm still about this fucking life. It's not that I want to do it. It's not that I find enjoyment in it. I'm like, it's absolutely type 2 fun, where I can look back on memories of like, wow, fuck, man. Like, hey, guys, that you remember that one fucking time? Oh, man, that fucking sucked, right? It's absolutely camaraderie with the boys, and like, I don't enjoy the suck. I embrace the suck, absolutely. But, you know, to tell me of all fucking people that I left an event because it was raining. And I'm like, look, anybody that watches my content, anyone that knows what I do and what I love doing and what I'm like consistently doing and what I preach like fucking all the time, anyone that's like actually here consistently watching like the content that I'm making and like going out in the hills consistently in the place that I live and in the environment that I'm always putting myself in, anyone that's actually watching knows that those rumors are a fucking lie and they are stupid fucking rumors. Like, there's so many rumors that I've heard about myself where I'm just like, you could watch my content for like a couple of weeks and be like, yeah, no, that's probably bullshit. Like, no. The guy who said Halo 2 was the last good Halo likes men. I'd say like Halo 2 is like it's my favorite Halo, but like it's definitely not the last good Halo. What rumors? There was rumors going around that I left a Milsim event because it was raining. And I actually left because no one was taking it seriously, and there was underage kids that were like smoking weed, and like there was, and I was just like, no, I'm not about this. I'm not about this. This is all wrong. I don't like any of this. You know, I paid money to be at an event, to take it seriously, and you know, like people are gonna talk shit. Is what it is. Is what it is. Halo 2 is the GOAT, but it is not the end-all be-all. Abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely. Halo 2 is a incredible Halo game, my favorite Halo game of all time, but you know, it's by no means the last good Halo game. By no stretch of the imagination. Talk belt kit versus chest rig versus plate carrier. Plate carriers are for urban environments and vehicles only. Plate carriers have a place, but they have a small place in the overall arcing, you know, like level of training and readiness. Belt kit is going to be, you know, mostly for summer operations and day patrols. Chest rig and backpack is going to be more than likely what you're going to be operating out of the vast majority of the time. Chest rig and a backpack, in my opinion, is going to be, you know, like the real guys that are about it are going to be operating out of. And once again, I am some random douchebag that goes out in the mountains and trains a lot. I am not some hardcore operator. I have not been overseas. I have not, you know, done the cool guy things and whatnot. I'm just some dude that wants to protect my family, my tribe, my community, and I'm going out in harsh environments in my local terrain to continuously make sure that, you know, I can hack it and I'm as ready and prepared as I need to be. Am I going to save the West? Am I going to save America? Am I going to save the white race? No, absolutely fucking not. And, you know, to say otherwise is a fallacy. I would say that I'm doing my best on a day-to-day basis to be a good man. I'm doing my best consistently to be a good husband, a good father, a good friend. And, you know, I understand my faults. I understand my downfalls, and I'm consistently working on them. And I think that more men need to understand their downfalls and work on them and understand that, you know, you can make small improvements. You can make small dents in your community. You can be a good person in your community, and you can make a change. Every single person alive can make a change and help their community, help their fellow man. And, you know, I've become very, very blessed that I have the audience that I do, and that I can gain the following that I do, and then I have, you know, like the people that support me that do. And, like, you know, even though there's, you know, so many men that have significantly better larger followings than I do, you know, is what it is. We'll get there. You know, I haven't been in the game very long, and we'll get there. You know, I mean, there's some dudes that have, you know, been content creators since, you know, the early 2010s. You know, I really didn't get in this game until a couple of years ago. So, you know, I'm new here, and we'll get there. You know, life is good. Drink water. Fucking love water. Uncle H needs to be wait, hold on. Whoa, Uncle A needs me to lead the revolution. Oh, okay, Sam Hyde quote. Every time I see belt kits with sustainment, I think of Aunt Fanny from Robots. Dude, so true. Holy shit, bro. Belt kits with sustainment, it just looks comical. It just looks comical. Belt kits with sustainment it's not ideal. I've tried it. It's fucking hard, man. Like the weight displacement, it's just fucking weird. It puts so much weight on your shoulders, and I'm just like, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I really like belt kit for the summer months, but as soon as you try to start doing belt kit with sustainment, it's just, man, it's a fucking slog. It's a fucking slog. If you're trying to do belt kit with any kind of overnight gear beyond just a whoopee, it gets fucking uncomfortable, you know? Like rocking a assault pack, or rocking an assault pack with a chest rig, or a rucksack with a chest rig, you know, in my opinion, is just peak. And for me, you know, I have my Philby set out where I have my Philby with like the belt on it, where I can have mags and stuff on that. So, you know, I kind of have like this nice in between of like a backpack and a belt kit, but like full on belt kit, it's day stuff. It's day stuff. It really is. Yugo Survival. Most creators are fake and gay. You keep it real. Risky kept it real, and a couple others like MP. The rest suck. I try to keep it real, man. I try to. I do my best. It's challenging. It is, and it's hard in this like modern space to be like personal and be real. You get so much fucking hate for it. Fuck, man, you get so much hate for trying to be real. It's fascinating because, like, you know, if you're not saying what's currently in style, and if you're not saying what's like currently, you know, everyone else is, and if you're not talking about what everyone currently is, you get, you know, you don't get the views and the clicks, and you know, you gotta constantly be keeping up with the trends, and it's fashionable. Yeah, what's fashionable, and you always got to be fashionable. Blah 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 blah. And, you know, like there's other guys that I talk to and that I engage with, and then I like, you know, I DM, and I'm like, you know, talking to consistently, that, you know, pull in the millions of views, and they've got all the big bucks, and, you know, they've got all the toys and the cool stuff. And I'm like, you know, we'll get there. It'll come, but I'm going to do my best to try to be as real and authentic and honest as I possibly can be. And this entire stream, I've not had a lava lamp going, and you know, that sucks. That sucks. I think the real L for this entire stream is just the lack of lava lamp. At the end of the day, you know, rip lava lamp. Okay, let's actually flip through the chat and see if anybody had some good gear questions. I know we're kind of going. Yeah, belt kits are really just good for hot weather, in my experience. Belt kits are perfect for hot weather. You know, a rucksack is really just where it's at. Philip, I'm not reading that. I won't do it. Make lava lamps great again. Based. How long have you been EO? What? I don't know. I don't know what you mean by EO. Equal opportunity? Is that what you mean by EO? I don't know what else EO stands for. Too many gear queers in the Second Amendment and fat people. Yeah. No. Eastern Orthodox? I'm not Eastern Orthodox. I am not that. What companies do you like? SOE, Eagle, Blackhawk? Eagle Industries slaps hard. Eagle Industries makes some really, really good stuff. SOE makes some good stuff. For the most part, Blackhawk sucks dick. I don't like Blackhawk at all. Like, I'd say Blackhawk, for the most part, is just butthole. What movie is better, Fifth Element or Die Hard? Die Hard. Absolutely. Like, yeah. Yeah, for sure I'm saying Die Hard. I don't know why you wouldn't say Die Hard. No. All right, so let's see. Let's do a recap of, like, you know, what I was actually going to be talking about on this stream, or what I said I was going to be talking about. Oh, hey, you know what? We have a little talking point that I actually put in the thumbnail, and I barely even talked about it at all. Like prepping myths. That's something I wanted to go over. So I'd say the one of the biggest thing of like prepping myths that I really didn't go over much was like so many people, not enough memory to open this page. Ian, what's going on? Did we lose the stream?
Did we get food YouTube?
Did we lose YouTube? Welcome to live chat. No, we're still streaming. I don't know what happened on our end, but it looks like we're still streaming. Yeah, no, I'm still here. I don't know what happened on the
chat.
Yeah, the chat there. Chat here's still running.
Chat, it's coming back up now.
Emerson Gear has some good stuff. I would say for the most part, Emerson Gear is like airsoft quality, though. The stream must be saved with the P word. It must be, Philip. It must be. That's probably what it is. Yeah. So some prepping myths. I would say that a lot of people think that, you know, buying a AR-15 and buying ammunition, or buying as much ammunition as possible, is you know, like you're just good now, like you're set, and that's something that absolutely drives me fucking insane. Of like how many people think that like that's all you fucking need. How many people in the prepping community, or like, you know, like the 2A community, whatever you want to fucking call it, how many people think that, you know, a bug out bag is a good thing, or how like you need a bug out bag? Like that drives me fucking insane, dude. Like the bug out bags is like the dumbest fucking thing ever.
Go?
Where are you going? Where are you going? And once you get there, what are you going to do? Like, what? Okay, you really think you're going to grab rifle and go in a hills? As someone that is consistently, like weekly, I'm out in the mountains, I can tell you from personal experience and from personal time spent out in the mountains that if you go out in the mountains without a lot of supplies already pre-cached, you are going to fucking die. And you are going to die very quickly. If like you have a significantly better chance surviving in urban environments and looting and like looking through dumpsters, and by looting I don't mean like going like house to house and like trying to like kill everyone you can, because you're probably gonna fucking die just as fast as you would going out in the mountains, but like the entire concept of how many people think that like bugging out in the hills you're going to live. Like, dude, even with having bushcraft shelters, even with having like pre-staged supplies, you're not making it very long, dude. You're really not. Like, you need to have so much supplies already pre-stashed out in the mountains. Like, I'm talking like a lot. You need to have firewood pre-stashed. You need to have medical supplies pre-stashed. You need to have water filters. You need to have more supplies than 99% of people can carry on their backs. Like, look at people that live up in Seattle, or not Seattle, sorry, Alaska. Look at people that live like in like very, very rural places where they have to prep for the entire winter. Like, the amount of people that think that they're going to bug out and go into the country, that they're going to bug out and go into the mountains. Like, dude, you're going to bug out and die. You're going to bug out and die so fast. And not only that, the amount of people that think that they're going to bug out like with their like just their wife and their kids, and that like they're going to be fine. And I'm like, dude, you realize that like if you are like the like sole man there, if you were the only man with a rifle, you have to sleep sometime, my guy. You cannot pull security 24/7. You're not going to be able to protect your wife and your kids. You're going to have to sleep. And then also the amount of people that think that they're going to be able to bug out with their kids at all. Like, dude, do you realize how much supplies children take? Do you realize how many amenities, how many diapers, how much like baby food, baby formula, like general medicine, I think I already said it, but like wipes, diapers, you know, like toys, keeping kids entertained, keeping them warm. Like, dude, bugging out sounds like the worst absolute thing that I could like, I'm not going to recommend that to fucking anyone. I'm not going to recommend bugging out to absolutely anyone unless you have somewhere that you're bugging out to. Unless you have like a cabin that's out in the woods that has, you know, like 6 months worth of food. If anyone has ever hunted before, like anyone that has ever actually spent time hunting, will tell you the amount of fucking calories that you use hunting, the amount of time and effort that you have to exhaust hunting. Corporal Corner rules. I actually don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I've watched a little bit of Corporal Corner, but I haven't watched too much. But the amount of people that think that bugging out is going to work, and the amount of people that think that I don't know, that you're actually going to leave your house. Not only that, the amount of people that prep so fucking much and don't have the cardio or fitness to back it is comical. It's so comical. I once went out on it was a bushcraft scouting event. The guy didn't even actually come to the event because the scouting event, just looking for a bushcraft location, he couldn't hack that to a point where he didn't even come out to the event. He couldn't hack the scouting event so hard that we got maybe a quarter of the mile in, and he had to turn around and we had to go back to the vehicles so he could offload weight. So he cracked open his backpack and we started going through all the things that he packed. And it was literally like he had gone onto Amazon and clicked prepping supplies and then just bought the top 100 things. The amount of weight that this guy had in an Amazon backpack, and he had every single dumb bullshit item that your grandfather would have gotten you as a Christmas present, right? He had every single prepping thing that you comically think that someone would have with them, all these assortments of fire starters, all these different little gadgets and whatnot, and these whistles and these multi-tools, and he had honestly a comical amount of fire starters. I was how many fires do you think you're gonna need to fucking start, my guy? In his back, but once we got back to the car, once again we went half a mile, maybe that, but once we got back to the car, I picked up his backpack and I'm what in the fuck? What is this? What do you have in here? And I crack open the backpack and I'm just taking things out. I'm just nope. You're not gonna need that. Not gonna need that. Not gonna need that. And what is this? And I've had to do this with a couple of people now at open events, and some of the things that people pack is just fascinating. It's just fascinating what people think that they need that they really fucking don't. And and we sell some fire starters, right? We do. And some people really like fire starters. I'm going to be honest with you, there's your fire starter. Look at that. Did you know that when the power goes out, lighters don't just stop existing? Lighters are going to continue existing even after the power goes out. Did you know that lighters were actually invented before matches? That matches take more time and effort to use and to make? You have fire in your fucking pocket. Once again, as a guy that sells fire starters, it's an option. I sell them. Oh my God, it works. Holy shit. There's fire in my fucking pocket. I can start a fire anywhere. And then if you want more fire starter, if you want to go even a little further than that, cotton balls and Vaseline. If you want even more fire starter than that, newspaper, you can use actually egg cartons are surprisingly well. You can take egg cartons and you can take Vaseline and cotton balls and you put it in the egg cartons and then you put it in a fucking Ziploc bag and you keep that in your bag at all times, and now you have fire with you and you can start a fire fucking anywhere. Here's another thing when it comes to starting a fire that so many people don't understand is how much time and effort that you have to put into actually gathering firewood, that you have to put into making kindling, how much effort and how difficult it is to resource dry firewood. Watching people that have never been out in the mountains try to make a fire when it's raining is laughable. It's honestly fucking hilarious. How many people think that they're going to be able to go out in the mountains and just make a fire? And I'm look, dude, this isn't the movies. All right, this isn't the movies. You can't just and now there's a fire. Like, that's not how that works. It's not how that works. Like, you're not going to just grab flint and steel and just and then fire. Like, this isn't the movies, my dude. Like, you actually have to spend time and effort, and once again, calories. You're going to spend calories trying to resource dry firewood and making a fire. Like, and not only that, the amount of people that try to make a fire only after it gets dark, yeah, it's not Minecraft. Like, it's not just like flint and steel, just like a fire. Like, that's not a fucking thing. Like flint and steel is such a pain in the fucking ass. Flint and steel is such a pain in the ass. Just stock up on Bic lighters. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, if you want to make a fire, shit hits the fan, just stock up on Bic lighters. Like, it just works. It just works. Now, I will say one thing that we do sell that I think is really fucking cool is the electronic lighters. And I will say those are cool because then you can recharge those with a solar panel. And that's unironically really cool that, like, now you technically have infinite fire of being able to have an electronic lighter that uses, what is it again? It's like a laser something? Plasma?
It's an arc lighter.
Yeah, it's an arc lighter that you can recharge with a solar panel. Now, like, that's unironically cool.
We need to order more, by the way.
Yeah, no, we definitely need to order more of those because that is cool. Another thing, if you're trying to get the Amazon pack of lighters that are cheap for like $20, William, I saw you just said that. You need to make sure that you're not getting like the really cheap ones. I have stocked the cheap like Amazon basic lighters before. Those will drain over time. If you're trying to prep and stock those will drain and they will dry out while they're in storage. So you want to make sure that you are buying somewhat decent of lighters, because if you're getting like the super cheap ones, they're just not fucking it. Arc lighters get wet, discharges Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, I could see the arc lighter getting wet and then being fucking useless. I could see that. Yeah. Don't get crack lighters. Yes, no, don't get like the super cheap lighters. I've learned that from experience. Trying to take like, I think I actually have a cheap lighter on me. Every now and then I'll like accidentally put like another one in my fucking pocket. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, no, these cheap Amazon ones, these will fuck up on you really fast. Now it's super easy to go in here and like if you're trying to like get more fire, you can pop this off and you can like move it a little bit and you can get like more flame. But these ones will drain on you. These are like the cheap Amazon ones. I do recommend actually getting like a real Bic lighter. I hate like, being like the guy that's like, oh, buy name brand. But like, honestly, please don't commit arson. Yes, I'm not teaching you guys how to commit arson. I'm actually talking about like survivability and going out in the mountains and like, making a fire. Night Moon. Yeah, no, like it sounds so stupid to be like spurging this much about lighters, but like it is like get a decent lighter. Like, and as you guys just saw, I keep 2 lighters on me even, because like sometimes, they break, sometimes they puncture, sometimes you grab a lighter and you're like, oh fuck, this is empty, so I unironically keep 2 lighters on me, just in case, and I don't even smoke, but just as like a survival mindset, just like trying to be more prepared, I do recommend, keeping a lighter on you. Road flares, actually, yes, I've done that out in the mountains before. A lot of the times I will go out in the mountains with a road flare, and as like a last ditch effort, using a road flare to start a fire, you will start a fucking fire. You will absolutely start a fire with a road flare. The biggest thing though is like understanding, dry wood, and like if the wood looks wet, if you had to just cut it, then it's probably fucking wet. Like trying to resource dry wood it's a process. It's challenging. You need to know where to look for it. You need to know the type to look for it. Processing. Do you boil your MRE packets? What? Thought on wax matches in a pill bottle. Yeah, no, we sell them. I wouldn't say it's a bad thing to have. Like, not by any means is a bad thing to have. It's just that like Bic lighters work. Yeah, no, we're getting into like more like camping gear, and I would like to continue selling more camping gear. I don't like Zippo lighters because once again, the same thing with like the cheaper lighters. I've just found that like they drain on me too fast, and then like I don't want to keep a Bic lighter and then also keep all the fucking fuel for it. Get a good metal lighter like a Zippo and a canister of fuel. Yeah, but I don't want to carry a fucking canister of fuel on me. If you're wanting to have a Zippo and a canister of fuel at your house, I'm not saying that's a bad idea. It's just that like if I'm going out in the mountains, if I'm camping, if I'm thinking about, like survivability, I don't want to have a Zippo lighter on me and a whole can of fucking fuel. Now, if you're trying to think like, longevity,
Carry a white phosphorus.
sure. Yeah, just carry a white phosphorus grenade. You'll be fine.
Yeah, thermite's kind of easy to make.
Yeah, no, just
not on
just
stream.
no, just carry thermite on you. You'll be fine. I don't even know. I have no idea how to make that, so I couldn't even fed post if I wanted to.
I could.
Well, I don't want to know that. I don't even, you know what? I don't even want to know how to fucking make it. Carry an entire humidifier with you always. Okay, no, not only that, you need to carry an entire humidifier on you, and then you need a backup humidifier, just in case your first humidifier what, you don't have two humidifiers on you? Like, are you gonna fucking make it, bro? Like, it's never been so fucking over. And that's why you also need to make sure that you're bringing a backup ruck with what if your first ruck frame breaks, bro? You need to have a backup ruck. That's why you also need to, like, your first AR-15, you need to have a backup AR-15. What happens if it goes down, bro? I love the 2 is 1 and
Cotton
1
balls
is
and
not.
Vaseline can be stored in a prison wallet to keep your.
Yeah, no, just keep the cotton balls and the Vaseline in your ass, and no one will ever know. No one will ever know, bro. It's so good. Yeah, no, Zippos, I've had nothing but, and I know like Zippos, like you look cool, right? And like so many people are like, oh man, it looks so cool lighting my cigarette with my Zippo. And I'm like, yeah, but like they just leak. And like every fucking time that I've ever wanted to use a Zippo, it's empty. And I'm like, hold on, guys, I gotta refuel my Zippo. And like, no, pass. An oil lamp. Yeah, but I'm not gonna keep an oil lamp like attached to my backpack. And like, if I could keep like an oil lamp attached to my backpack that's not gonna fucking shatter, I mean, like, good luck though. I mean, like, especially in like the terrain that I'm in, like in Western Washington, like I'm just not like, no, I've had them break before. And then like now you're sitting there with a fucking white light headlamp, like trying to pick up all the fucking glass, putting it into your trash bag or Ziploc bag. And you're just like, nah, I just feel like an asshole. And then like, no, lamps are cool. Lamps are absolutely cool. I think it's in the modern day and age, lamps are more for the vibe or like for like prepping to keep at home. Cause then you can keep a lot of oil lamps, at home or like kerosene lamps, and you can prep kerosene. And like, that's not a bad thing to have at your house. If I'm going to be like rucking or like hiking or out in the mountains, I'm not going to keep that with me. Just like, no, I'm going to keep a headlamp and a couple spare batteries. Like, yeah, no, I love lamp. How do we keep going back to lamps? Like this stream just keeps going back to fucking lamps somehow. I love lamp. I would love lamp if it would fucking work. It would. Yeah.
Stay warm and fashionable. Love lamp.
Night vision blocking cloak over lamp. Dude, but lamp. Are you even thinking about lamp though? Just carry a lit torch at all times like in Skyrim. Dude, this guy gets it.
Just grab it off the nearest dungeon.
Yeah, no, just always keep a lit torch in your inventory. Problem solved, guys. Next topic. Why are we even talking about this? Just keep a lit torch on you at all times. I washed and dried an arc lighter and it still works. $2 from Polly B. You know what? Hey, what brand was it though? That's what I want to know. That's actually like, you know what? That's good information. I like that.
Well, it's not lithium.
Survive Outdoor Longer brand, I think. That is cool. Good to know. I wonder if we could, yeah, I guess we're going to have to wash one of the ones we sell.
Oh, we're going to torture test one.
We're going to have to.
It's going to be a lithium one. It's going to explode.
We're sold out of the ones we were selling, didn't we?
Yeah, we had one.
We only had one?
It was yeah, they sent this to us as a test sample.
Oh. Well, I guess we need more. Shit.
And you like them. So.
Dry your wood in your garage. Yeah, dude. Just like all the wood that you're going to use while you're camping, just dry it in your garage first. Duh. Duh.
Make sure you strap all that wood to your
Yeah.
back.
How do you enchant your AR with Daedric? How do I enchant my AR, bro? Your lava lamp sucks. I know. It's not lava lamping. Well, to be fair though, like, you know, lava lamps do take like a while to heat. Like, no, it's starting to get going down in there, but like usually like it's like a couple hours before stream we'll start the lava lamps going. And the other one was like it wanted to, but like it just, you know, maybe we gotta start like doing it earlier in the morning or something. I don't know.
For the Lord of the Rings rock, we're bringing torches.
Oh, yeah, no, for the Lord of the Rings ruck.
We'll throw torches in the back of that Fallout truck.
Yeah, no, torches would go fucking hard. I don't even know, like, unironically, how would you... Are torches even a thing? Like, how would you...
You make your own.
Can you make your... I actually don't even know how to make your own... No, we're going to have to do torches for the Lord of the Rings ruck. If you guys didn't know, November 14th, the night of the 14th going into the 15th, we are doing a Lord of the Rings themed ruck. So bring out your cloaks, your capes, your swords, your axes, your bows. We're going to be rucking into the night, into the morning. So, yeah, no, torches are absolutely... Dude, that's going to be such a fucking vibe. Holy shit. That's going to look so fucking cool on that ruck. It's just everyone carrying a fucking torch.
I see where I already know.
That's going to look so cool. Yeah, I'll bring out my Minecraft torch. That's gonna look so cool. All right, guys, we've got about 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left. Rico, don't bother with lamps, torches, or night vision. Just contract vampirism instead. All right, I'll go ahead and remember that.
I tried it. That just lived in a voice.
Night eye perk. I love that. Thank you, Rico. You're great. Yeah, dude, just you know what? Before the ruck, we're all just gonna like fucking OP on fucking carrots. That's what you gotta do. Just carrots. Carrots. Bro, are you even getting a bit of the neck by Vamp Doms? I don't know.
I tried it.
I don't
It just leaves the divorce.
want to know. Oh wait, no, that does make sense. Damn it. I was like, I don't want to know what that means. And now I'm like, oh damn it, I get it. Do another stream tomorrow. What is that? Tomorrow, Wednesday? Nope. Can't. PT. Can't do it. Can't do it. Just become a creature of the night, bro. I am thinking about starting to do streams Tuesday nights and Thursday nights. Unfortunately, this Thursday night, we're going to be big busy. We're going to be hard in the busy sauce.
That stream would be banned.
Yeah, no, can't do that. I hate hats. Good night. Good night, Ivan the alien. Thank you for the $2. I'm sorry that you hate hats. Isn't that a quote from something? I feel like that's from a movie. Just like, I hate hats. Yeah, what's the skooma epidemic in Washington like? Fucking skooma! Remember skooma? All right, boys. We're about at the end. This will conclude our long ass stream. I think going forward, yeah, like Tuesdays are probably going to be 3-hour streams. I'm enjoying the 3-hour streams. I hope you guys also enjoyed the stream as well. Yeah, man, we're gonna keep this up. We're gonna keep going, and I've really been enjoying streaming. I've been enjoying the chat. I've been enjoying keeping up with you guys. This has been a new adventure for me, and so far it's been paying off, and I've just been having a good time. But yeah, I want you guys to do something for me and start working out more, start training more, start going to the run, doing some dry firing. Keep up. Make me proud. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate your time. AF together strong. We're gonna fucking make it. Never black pill. Peace, y'all.